audio levels. Oh well. This seems fine. People will let me know if it's not fine, right? Right? Alright. And I am trying a monitoring. So the Turtle Beach Swarm software, the headset that I'm using, Atlas Air, has a monitoring feature, so I'm trying that out. This shirt is too tight, but it's what I'm wearing, so haha. Okay. What do I want to start on? So a couple things are I should make sure that I'm in fact live and everything looks good. Neon Thunder posted something. Okay, bud. Let's see, how does this sound? Oh, no, audio is good. Okay. I hope my light stays lit because it was flickering earlier today. Hey, Neon Thunder, good to see you. So, I don't know if I'm going to do it on this stream. I think I might focus on cleaning up some stuff first, but both of these G-Wolves mice, I think I'm going to sell them. I really, I feel like an imposter. We put G-Wolves so high on the tier list, and for me, the click feel and the lack of a coating is just a problem. The main thing is, even with grip tape, the click feel just ain't great. I put in Armron Opticals, and I know Schwamper said he liked how his feel, but mine feel spongy. In my HTM, they feel better in the HTM, but they're still not great. And this shape, I don't love this shape. I do actually really like the Voog's shape. I don't know, maybe I should try to keep the Voog. And they're kind of high value mice, and I'm not gonna lie, I have some like job changes and family changes that are upcoming here, so I don't really know how sustainable all this mouse stuff is. So part of me is like, maybe I should just start downsizing. So I actually plan on listing a whole bunch of stuff for sale here pretty soon. But for today's stream, we're not going to talk about these. By the way, I think Melon and Boardsy might also be live right now. So if you guys are here, thank you for watching. Instead of those streams, because those streams are probably better than this. In front of my fan here. Origin 1X. This is a mouse nobody knows about. I probably should sell this. Like, I don't really like this shape. But, what, after shipping and fees, I'm going to get like 20 bucks for it. And because it's modded too, base sanded, and I think I have a smaller battery in it. I don't know. That's the problem, is 2/3 of my collection is that way. Probably more. It's tough to justify selling it. Alright. But the focus of this stream is going to be some reassemblies, because I can show you guys. Yeah, all this stuff needs to be reassembled, and I need to get it off my desk. Also, I got from Vine, have you guys seen these things? They're all over Amazon. They're like, how do I turn it on? Press and hold. Okay. Yeah, it's like a blower thing. Sorry, that might have been crazy. And then it's a vacuum on the other side too. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try it. It was a Vine item, so it's like near free for me. Amazon Vine, it's a reviewer program. Invite only. Don't ask me how you get in. I can't do anything about it. So let's just do some reassemblies. These are all mice that I've base sanded. Air compressor, that's not quite the... I guess technically it's a centrifugal compressor, but it's not like a... You know, maybe you could use it to inflate like a beach toy, but I don't think it really has enough pressure to do anything. Maybe not even do a beach toy. I debated swapping these switches too. I think I'll keep these. So this Zaupin's interesting. They advertise hot swappable switches, but it's really not hot swap. What it is it's solderless. So you use the screws, and they're just like acting as set screws to keep the switch in. You have a tiny vacuum that just blows the air from the ass, and the company calls it air compressor unit. Battery-powered compressed air can. Yeah, it's still weaker than compressed air, not by much, but that's because like compressed air, you can put the like nozzle on it, so it's really higher velocity. Anyway. So this Zaupin, I don't love how these switches feel, but do I want to dismount, like desolder this whole thing here and put Armron Opticals into it? Kinda. It's a decent shape. It's an interesting shape. It's like a very flat-sided small mouse. Did you see the Hecate? Yeah, that's the G5M is old news, but I saw that, yeah, it's updated. G5M is just another GPX clone. Yeah, 66 RAMs. Yeah, it's never been... It came out at around the time that Daz was doing all the GPX tier list roundup videos and stuff, and it was one that was never interesting enough to actually check out, so there you guys go on that. I am so fortunate though. You guys might have noticed, I don't stream as much anymore. That's just because being a father. But today, my wife and mother-in-law are taking the baby to out of town, just for a quick little day trip, doing some shopping in a nearby town. So I was thinking about going with them. I was like, do you want me to come? Because, I mean, I would love to hang out with baby phalanges and you guys, but also, I wouldn't be opposed to getting some stuff done around the house, mainly mice. Yeah, I don't know, man. I need to clean up and sell a lot of stuff. I think I'm getting to the point where, like, my mouse content might just come back to, like, downsize to only... Wait, what does this screw go to? What? There's 3 screws? 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's 2 at the top. Might dwindle down to only Mousecast. Is Nova home? Yes, she is. I could call her. She's probably napping on my bed right now. Okay, hang on. Let me put this screw in, and then we'll go say hi to Nova. Yeah. All right. Let's go say hi to Nova. Oh no, she's not napping on the bed. She's right here. Hi, Nova. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, I know. It's raining outside today too, Nova, so I don't really want to play with her because she'll get all muddy. I probably am going to give her a bath tomorrow, so I guess I could. Alright, 98% sure. Okay. Yeah, I don't think she's actually that tired. I think she's just bored. Poor dog. Well, there's only 2 screws here, and I'm supposed to have 3, so... Yeah, it's not in the bin. Alright, well, I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, this is Alpine Mouse. This is a good one. They are selling for more than what I think they should, though. I think the Z2 is, like, production or something has ended because they're kind of pricey and the Z2 is a little bit older. This is the Z2 Mini. I'm glad. So today on Boardsy's stream, I asked a few questions, and somebody asked about I think Ben was there and asked about Mousecast. And I'm glad that Boardsy reminded me, because Boardsy was like, July 11th, and I was like, oh shit, July 11th, okay. I don't remember what date we had committed to. And Boardsy, my DMs with him have been on Twitter, so... Oh, sweet, there's the 3rd screw. And Twitter DMs are like the worst. Twitter's like the worst DMing platform. Twitter's just the worst platform in general. The only reason why Twitter's relevant is because... it doesn't feel amazing. But sure, whatever. The only reason why Twitter is relevant is because it has a large user base. It's not actually a good platform for anything. Not that I can tell. And I'm not even like a Elon Musk, you know, I can't support the Musk or what. No, it's literally just, it's not a good platform. It's very doom scroll focused. Search on it is terrible. Exeter? Yeah, I know. Stupid name. I heard how much they paid for the domain. I'm pretty sure you can see how much a lot of domains sold for. I was on a Wikipedia page that showed. Was it because I was curious? Yeah, I was curious about chat.com for ChatGPT, how much they paid. I think they paid like, what was it, like 15 million or something? Anyway, you can see the prices that people paid for different website domains. I remember sex.com apparently was like really high up there. There was like some lottery one that was really high up. Yeah. Nice flat bottom though. I don't know how much. Oh, I should have weighed the base. How much does the base weight? They do over-the-counter deals. Wait, what? 46 grams without skates. Very nice. Yeah, battery swap and base sanded. Yeah, nice little shape. I do perform well with this shape. I probably should swap the clicks. They feel... There's too much pre-travel, I think. But I'm going to use it like this for now. And for skates, I just placed... You guys check my Twitter. I just placed a Mondo order for dots for Lethal Gaming Gear stale skates. They were doing Tiger Ice V2s, which I don't know a ton about, but I'm YOLOing $30 and buying 30 of them, so maybe I'm stupid. Probably stupid. Well, I don't freaking know what to do. I'll do... There's too many shapes for like too many choices because I just base sand, so I don't really need like a certain size to fit in a certain spot. So I don't know, man. I will do... But I do think this multi-shape thing is actually really cool for most people. Swamper was saying, he said the other day that you can't like get the adhesive off very easily, or the adhesive delaminates too easily rather, so they're difficult to reuse. And I just don't have that issue. Like here, I just stuck that one down. Oh, I just cut my nails. Let's try a knife. Yeah, I had no problem getting under that. I don't know. Well, anywho. You guys see the endgame gear? Thank you so much for the Discord post. Was it Rapso posted? AKA ESP, or the mousepad reviewer guy. Yeah, the endgame gear ergo. Sorry, I was completing my thought. Thank you. Oh, like this one. It wants to delaminate. Yeah, look at that. This one's like stuck on there really good. I'm gonna end up stabbing myself live on stream. There we go. ATK Jade set skates. These are not, they don't call them Jades, they just call these ATK. Oh wait, yes they do, I'm sorry. They're called Crystal Jade, I think. It's a 70-piece set. I posted a tutorial on how I get skates for basically free from AliExpress, and then they took away the discount that I would use, and then they just they re-enabled it recently. Sorry, I'm being a little bit autistic here, and I'm putting the larger dots on the front and the smaller dots on the rear, because when you're clicking, like if I'm playing the finals and I'm clicking and reactive tracking full auto, I put more pressure down on the front of the mouse, so I don't know, that's my thinking. I'm just trying to evenly use all the dots is the problem. Because what would happen is I would rather just use, if this was just a sheet of the giant dots or the capsules, that's all I would use, and I'd be fine with that. Because I base sand, so I don't need to fit into the grooves. Sure. Kumo and those artisan clones is all I need. Yeah, I bet. I know I do want to try some other like quality skates, but I'm too cheap. And I have too many mice is the thing too. I don't know. Maybe I need to sell more crap. I don't know. Well, this is like a 47 gram mouse, which is pretty good. All right, that one's done. Zaopin Z2 Mini. Nice red on it. Nice red. Next mouse. Let's do this thing. Wait, do I have the base to this? I need a yellow base. I don't know where the base is. Okay. We're gonna pass on this one for now then. Oh, I got these from Amazon Vine. High Star. They're like glass control skates. They're just like basic black PTFE. They don't even have a foam layer, and it's like $10 for 20. 40. Dude, if you're gonna spend that much money in skates, they should have a foam layer. I agree with Schwamper there. It's like the foam layer basically is a must for glass. I don't even use glass, but I know that's... dampens vibrations and it feels smoother, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What do we do next here? How about this guy, right? This is the Incot 039. What do I have? What's the script tape here? Oh, that's the Vancer. Yeah, that's the Vancer. Okay, top chat. We'll go to live chat. I think we might be missing some. Hey, Raji's good to see you. That's not true for those. Which ones am I spreading misinformation? Let's see, 039. Which are you? That is M-Chose. That is Viper V2. I love the high star for glass. Oh, okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. I used them on cloth. I have a glass pad, but I didn't really test with it. So maybe I'm just a terrible person. I could have base sanded this one more. I guess it's a good thing I didn't burn through, though. I did not want to burn through on a mouse that I actually cared about, like the 039 here, so. I've also been keeping a tally of how much weight has been reduced with each one. So let's see. This is coming at where'd my marker go? 8.24 grams. And it was 8.89, so I only saved like 0.6 grams. But at least I didn't burn through. That's what matters, right? Something like that. So 039, this is still a fantastic mouse. I want to try the like golf ball skates that this came with. They're large pad skates, but they have like golf ball texturing to them. Best part of stream is Nova. Oh, I could try to get her in here. I don't like bothering her, you know? But I can get her. Let me just fix her spot. The like down comforter that's inside of here is all lumpy. I was like pretty old when I learned the whole reason why like down comforter quilts are a bunch of segments is, see how it's like a bunch of square segments? Well, not really. You guys know what I'm talking about. But that's to keep it like consistently filled. And the zip around this has left the chat. Yeah. Oh, she chewed it. That's right. When she was like little, she chewed it. Oh, that sucks. Oh, Nova. GG on your darn blanket. Yeah, okay. Nova, come here. Hi, Nova. Come here, Nova. Nova, hi, sweetie. Hi, you want to hang out with Daddy? Yeah? Hi, honey. Here, up. Good girl. I'll even open that for you. Now, unfortunately, there's a car in our driveway from a guest who it's my mother-in-law, and I can't say the G word because Nova knows that word and will start borking. And hopefully she doesn't bork at too much stuff because it's raining outside. So that means people shouldn't be walking. She's about to prove me wrong. Oh. You know what's funny? I'm here trying to get this stuff done, like reassemble some mice. And if I'm being honest, do I really want to be live right now? I don't know. I kind of would be down to just vibe and watch and listen to the WAN show. Man, but you guys are here, so at least I got 9 people watching. Y'all are crazy. I don't know. As a person who doesn't like watch other live streamers, that is still a little bit foreign to me, and I'll probably never fully understand it. Novasaur, yeah. Am I blocking her? I'm pretty much blocking her. Oh, I can turn on these lights, baby. Yeah, you can see my face better now. So I'm also working on getting used to the side monitoring in the headset. Just Turtle Beach Swarm software is, oh my gosh, I used a Razer headset for months with Mousecast, and Razer's Synapse is just terrible, especially for headsets. There's 4 really nice features that Razer headsets have. They have noise gate, so they have noise gate, some sort of background noise suppression, feedback monitoring, and one fourth thing I can't remember. And they all work really well, but they do not let you do more than one enabled at a time, which seems like such a dumb artificial limitation that I don't understand. Make sure this is the right battery. I'm not seeing any LED lights. Are there LED lights? Oh, there's one on this, on the side PCB. Okay. Well, I just want to make sure that this is, in fact, the battery was oriented wrong, so I don't know why I would have swapped batteries on this, but yeah, my desk has had these base sanded mice on it for, I mean, I think you guys might remember the base sanding stream. There we go, it is flashing blue. Good. Meaning these have been disassembled for, I don't know, probably a month, maybe longer. Which means I haven't been able to use them, so I'm happy to use the 039 again. Your 039 is not a... Oh, I can't go there. I can't put the battery there because of the slide button PCB. Alright, we'll go down here. Sure. Right, Nova. You guys can look at the dog. Yeah, I want opticals actually feel pretty decent in this. The scroll wheel needs to be more notchy because it's such a large wheel. It is a 13mm. Bummer. Okay, I can't do much better than a 13mm. Not without like really modifying a Alps. I might be able to bin a TTC Gold for a marginal improvement, but that's not worth it. Not in this stream. My goal is to try to get through. I probably won't be able to get through all of these mice, but I would love to. I know some of them I want to mod. So I'll try to just do the ones that are just reassemblies first. Yeah, 039, it's a larger mouse. I think it's kind of forgotten about, which is a shame because it's a really good product. I just don't know. It seems like stuff just disappears from being in stock, you know? It seems like when a mouse launches, there's just a ton of, I don't know, maybe this is just me only knowing AliExpress, but it seems like there's just a ton of sellers, and it'll be reasonably priced, and they even sometimes have like those early bird deals that are legitimately really good deals. You know, it'll be like a $60 mouse for $41 instead. Alright, let's check weight. It's not going to be a crazy decrease. I don't know. I'm going to guess 49.5. 47.35. Pretty damn good for a large mouse. This is a truly large mouse. It really is. But it has a lot of waist taper too, so I still feel like I can do precision aiming with it. But what a good product. Just really well made. Solid build quality. Comes with a variety of skates. Really good price point. Good coating. For skates, why don't we try the Incot 039? Oh, yeah, see, these are the stock ones it comes with. They're orange, which is fun, but they're actually not that great. They're pretty slow and really thin. I want to try the golf ball skates. Oh, I guess they're not as big pads as I thought. It does have a big pad option right there. So I do want to try these. I'm also a little bit concerned that if I love them, I have like this weird FOMO thing where if I'm scared that I'm going to really like a skate, I hope that it's just cheap, because then I feel the need to put it on my other mice. It's not quite a golf ball pattern, it's like a alligator skin or something. I don't know. Should I do it, chat? Alternatively, I could just do any other skates that I have. I'll do it. I've been curious about these. These are quite a bit thicker than the stock ones too. And it has this blank spot back here, which is I think where this skate is supposed to go. Sure. Do it, says Commando. Do it. I'm actually a pretty big Star Wars fan. That was something fun. When I played Star Wars Battlefront with a group of people, and I don't want to say competitively because it wasn't like we didn't play in professional tournaments other than like some self-hosted ESL ones. But we did play quote unquote competitively in terms of mindset, even if it's not skill set. And it was just cool that game, it was all like Star Wars nerds. It was legitimately I can't, bro. I'm freaking failing at getting these stickers off. There we go. So that was legitimately fun. I remember one of the... Are these kind of like rubbery feeling? Or is that just like leftover adhesive? Huh. Huh. I hope they're not rubbery feeling. Friggin' rubber skates would be the worst idea ever. There was one team that I remember they would do like watch parties of, was it Star Wars: The Clone Wars? Which is like, if you're not a Star Wars fan, you're like, oh, you watch a kids show? And like, yeah, it is a kids show, especially the early seasons, but later, oh, sorry, I'm still zoomed way the heck in. I'm stupid. But later seasons get, I don't want to say, they get more grown up. I don't know, man. There's like some pretty brutal deaths. The Clone Wars did world building. Yes, exactly. And it was like good world building too. Season 7 of The Clone Wars is one of my all-time favorite seasons of any TV show. Just how everything kind of came together. Because season 7 came out like a decade after the show had ended. Yeah, these skates feel interesting. And I will even take off the center skate ring, the flat one, and I'll put... I'm assuming that this one is alligator skin too. Clone Wars is goated. Yo, Melon, good to see you, dude. I saw you, both you and Boardsy were streaming today. I did not tune into yours. I reposted it and then got sidetracked with the Lethal Gaming Gear sale that's going on, which isn't a fantastic sale. You guys can check it out. Use code Mousecast or Daz if you want to support us. There's no discount though. Most of the stuff on sale, it doesn't really have any good pads or mice. I think I tweeted a few good deals. Like, I remember playing Clone Wars on Java. Wait, what? I did get a bunch of skates. I hope Tiger Ice V2s are good. One of my favorite skates, this is maybe an unpopular opinion, my Lamzu Maya X has really, really nice skates. And it looks like Tiger Ice V2s might be similar. They're just an incredibly smooth white. I really, really like these skates. I have never taken apart this Maya X. This was amazing QC. It already has a small enough battery, really good weight balance. Yeah, for me to not take apart a mouse is like the biggest compliment. The scroll wheel's notchy, the weight's already really good. It has really good skates. Yeah, like I could reduce probably 1.5, maybe 2 grams by swapping the battery, but that's not worth the risk in messing any of the buttons or the really perfect skates up. And apparently this is an older batch. Newer batch, I think they changed skate manufacturers. This was like a first batch of the Fanatics, whatever. What up, dude? Hey, Bluey, good to see you. Message Lamsey, they'll probably throw skates at you. Why would they? Wait, why would they? 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 Why would Why would they give me skates? Oh, Lambzu has skates, don't they? They have the Proton skates or whatever they're called. All right, I'm curious. How much weight did this add here? Posted above before you mentioned the skate difference. Oh, okay. I don't even know if this is in frame for you guys. 48.7. Okay, this was like 1 gram in skates. Not bad. That's a lot of skate surface area for 1 gram. I think they're kind of on the thinner side, but then they have this like bulging. I want to see how it feels on. All right, this is a control pad. They're a little bit faster on the control pad than I would have thought. The back skates. Remember how I said something like they felt like rubbery? Yeah. Is there like adhesive residue? When I throw the mouse, it pivots because it's slower on the back skates. When I had the Maya X skates, they're almost too fast for my liking. They'll sell. Yes, they sell skates free advertising. Oh. Anyway, Incut039. Really happy to finally have this mouse back in my rotation. 029 is a mouse that I really, really like, though I think it's actually too thin for me. And I want to put some grip tape on it at some point. Yeah, dude, these Incut mice are so darn good. They're just, all of them are like S-tier executions. Shapes, I think, could be better in a few ways, but shapes subjective. Okay. Next mouse. Viper V2 Pro. Let's get this one done and over with. Pretty boring one. Actually, I lied. Nope, I don't want to do that one yet because I have to mod it. Let's do Meonix. Do I have anything to do with the Meonix Castor? If there's any soldering I need to do. Yes, I'm going to solder common opticals into that one, so we're going to wait. BGN Y2. Let's do this one. BGN Y2. I believe that is this one. Yeah, the base looks weird. See the like coloration to that? A little bit of warping to the base. We'll see. Once I screw it down, that usually tightens it up. We'll see. Get some fresh air in here too. I got an email and... Okay, cool. I honestly want to be playing the finals right now. I really had a good time playing with Ben and Make It Look Easy from the Discord yesterday night. And I'd rather be playing the finals right now, but I have stuff I need to do, which is like mouse stuff. I don't know, man. I don't at all fault reviewers who don't do any sort of modding. Like, if you have a mouse that you're like, oh, this thing is absolutely perfect except for this one thing that is definitely moddable, then I'm going to be like, yes, you absolutely should mod it. And if you ever go around looking at other mice, like, because of this one thing that's very moddable is making it perfect, bro, just pick up modding. But, bro, as a mouse review person, man, I get it. I get just wanting to use mice in stock form. Life is getting too complicated to start modding. And, like, here I am friggin' base sanding, and now I can't spend my Saturday playing video games because I have to peel hot glue nuggets off of this base sanded mouse. Why did I do that? It's because of the DPI button. I wanted to base sand that, and I put way too much hot glue on it. VGN Y2 is another really good mouse that's kind of forgotten about. It's an NPO1 shape. The thing is, I feel like the NPO1 Vaxi products are so darn good. They're just heavy, right? So, and people who are like Vaxi pilled are, I think, kind of like Zowie people, where they're less likely to spend money on a clone, and they're more likely to just be like, one and done, I'm going to drop $130, $40 on an NPO1 SV3 or whatever. Bot runs, hey, good to see you. Yeah, I am utterly stupid for doing it this way, huh? Wow. There we go. Now we're making progress. I don't know, you guys in chat, do any of you guys mods, like, who mods stuff and who doesn't in chat? If you do, what are your go-to mods? And if you do not, why not? Are mice just good enough in the form that they are? I probably would have been less into modding if I got into mice more recently, like around now time. But because when I first got into mice, it was 2018, 2017. Oh, 2016 actually, yeah. They were just not very good options. I don't because I like the warranty. Very true. Man, I just cut my nails, so now I'm like struggle busting to peel this. Not enough mice to bother modding, but I'd probably base sand. Oh, nice, yes. Yep, base sanding is really nice. It does like devalue heavily because it's not reversible. You know, it's not like soldering in something or changing battery. I still think battery swap is like the thing to recommend to people. Generally. I think that heyday has maybe passed because we're getting into fast charging stuff now, and a lot of brands are also doing smaller batteries, or at least offering options with smaller batteries like the Rapoo VT0 Air. Use IPA. Dude, thank you. I forgot about that trick. Oh, Mr. LKL. Dude, I need to make a compilation of times that you've saved the stream. Oh no. I hear a delivery vehicle. Nova might too. We're shutting the window. Yes, I forgot that IPA like loosens isopropyl alcohol really nicely. Dude. You know, sometimes I think I'm like decently smart, and then I forget something really basic, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm dumb as a rock. Well, if you guys can't hear that, Nova has seen the FedEx guy. Package seen. Not a mouse, though. I don't think so, at least. Am I expecting anything? I'm expecting a Susanto. I traded... Was this a good trade? I traded a guy on Mouse Market my 10 Air, my Ninjutsu 10 Air, for a Susanto X. I think that's a pretty fair trade. I think MSRP might have been in my favor, but no, actually, I might have made out on that better than he did. I think Susanto has been retaining its resale value, and 10 Air has not. Pretty equal, yeah. Nova alert. Does non-standard Omron optical switches have no replacement options? What do you mean? Does a non-standard Omron optical switch have no replacement options? What's a non-standard Omron optical switch? Okay. Well, thank you, Mr. LKL, for once again saving the stream. Oh, this is adhesive. Oh. Dang, I did not, like, fully sand off all the adhesive. Well, that's annoying. Okay, well, we'll see what I can do here with my fingers. I'd definitely rather have the Susanto than the 10 Air, though. Yeah, dude, 10 Air is, like, so disappointing. I really do feel like Ninjutsu innovated in a lot of ways. It has an interesting scroll wheel middle click, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I guess it's different. It has a really good coating, really good weight for its size. The skates are like palm, but which is definitely a new experience, but they're like not edge rounded at all. It's like very much only for glass users, which is just weird. I sold my Susanto X that I got with Crazy Heavy. Oh, you got a Crazy Heavy Neon Thunder? How, dude? Because they only took 20 orders, right? And I just assumed like they would either prioritize or give early offerings to reviewers. So I don't know how. Dang. Also, why'd you buy one? Like, I understand the content creator side of it, or like the collectors, but if you're trying it to use, if you're buying one just to try it out, you might as well just buy a regular ass mouse and like fill the inside with caulk or something, or cement. 10 Air is much better for me. Crazy Goofy. Everyone thought it was a joke. So that you're saying that's how you're able to get one? Wow. Well, this is like really frustrating that I can't. I don't think isopropyl alcohol will do the best job of getting this remaining adhesive off. We'll try. This is going to be a fast. I was like, oh, this will be a fast one. Struggles to take off the hot glue. Struggles to take off the adhesive. The Crazy Heavy is still just Susanto X with a brass weight. Yeah. I actually do rather like. I like that the brass weight is. It's like rather intricately machined. You can very much tell that they designed in 3D, which of course they do, but I like how intricate it is. It was like much more thought out and more costly for them than if they just did, I don't know, they just hot glued in some metal steel weights. Oh, and they did brass. What is brass? What's the density of brass? Okay. Brass density. 8.73 grams per cubic centimeter. Yeah, brass was a good choice. So it's more dense than steel, but it's easier to machine. Oh, that did actually take the adhesive off. Cool, okay. Good. It came with 12,800 DPI default. Yeah. That's funny. And I'm not even going to bother taking all the residue off of that. I don't really care. Oh, we should see the weight of this. Y2 was originally 8.00 grams even. 6.38. Wow. We lost quite a bit there. That's good. Pretty efficient small PCB on this. Did VGN make a Y2 Master Edition with 54L? I don't remember. A lot of the Pro Series mice coming out look pretty good, but I don't know, man. I'm not like super excited about any of them. And why? I think it's just the price. Like, their shapes I want to try out. They're going to be really good build quality, but they're going to be $130, $140, right? So my brain's like, why even bother getting excited if I'm not going to be able to get one until they show up on Mouse Market for well under $100? And even then, I don't know. They're so consistent in what you expect. It's kind of like the I'll call it the Rapoo effect, where Rapoo has like good products at a really good price, unlike Pulsar's Pro Series, but they released them all at once, and it was kind of, I think, overwhelming to people who aren't in the know. And so you just like write it off in your mind. I don't know. Is that a crazy theory? The only one I want to try is the LA1. Yeah, and even then, that's not a Pro Series collab. Oh, this DPI button is in wrong. Is it keyed? And the LA1, it is a good shape. I have one, but it's also not anything super special in my opinion. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay. There was more residue that I had to get off. Every manufacturer seems to have its own optical switch with different pinout instead of the standard Omron layout. Do these models become irreparable because there are no compatible replacement parts? I disagree with that. The 5-pin pinout that you see here on Omron Opticals is a standard. TTC V2s use it. Kailh uses it. FEs use it. The ones that are non-standard generally aren't that great, so this would be like Reisha's, because they use a different technique. They're not using a transmitter and receiver built into the switch, it's built into the PCB instead. Hi Flanges, you gate. Yeah, there was glue in the hole. Oh, yeah, just broke that off. It's funny, it's actually easier to see, if I zoom in on this, yeah, it's actually easier to see it on camera than it is in person. I got that Unk Vision, guys. Reisha's, Omron, FE, Kailh, TTC use the same pins, yeah. It's only the clip in opticals like TTC Gen 1 and Reisha's don't have, yeah. Are there any, oh, I guess the new Razer Gen 4 opticals are totally different. If that matters to you. But wait, what was Diego's original question? Was he the one asking about the standard switches? Okay, I can't find it, whatever. But out of everything that uses 5-pin, they're all really solid, I think. TTC V2s are really good. Omron Opticals, in my opinion, are really good. FEs, I think, are the weakest, though if you want less tactility, they kind of remind me of like a Kailh White Blade mechanical switch. And then the new Kailh 5-pin Gen 2 opticals, or whatever Kailh calls them. I know ATK calls them like Swift Light, Swift Point. Those are really good too. Like, if all mice for me for the rest of eternity either came with the 5-pin layout, and I had to choose between Omron Opticals and Kailh V2 Opticals, or whatever they're called, I'd be fine with that. And as usual, I am missing a screw. Got a screw loose in your phalanges. Missing that third one. Where's Beast G? Yes, I was just thinking that too. Where is Beast G? Again, WMouse is a brand I could just main for eternity. BeastX Max I was using at work the other day. And you know, particularly when I'm at work, I'm like really sensitive to click field because pretty much my job is static clicking. And WMouse BeastX clicks are just so darn good. Yeah, I don't know where that third. Well, I could try this one that's just sitting here. What are your viewership expectations for the Boardsy Mousecast? Good question. Maybe like Jakku levels? Because the thing is, I don't think the Boardsy audience is going to vibe with a long format content like a podcast. Also, we probably will not do the collaboration feature in YouTube where you can list somebody as a collaborator, which what that then does is, I wonder if this will work. Do I need to put a washer on this? Like Diamond Lobby declined doing the collaborator invite. So what a collaborator does is it allows me to share metrics and everything to another YouTube channel, and people can also see that it'll look like it's posted by two people. and it'll feed it to their viewer, to their subscriber base. However, it doesn't put the video on their channel page. So Daz and I do that. I try to do that every time. It's really annoying though, because I can't do it until the video is finished processing, and YouTube doesn't finish processing the live stream until 1 to 2 days afterward. That's why our stupid bot in Discord will like post the latest Mousecast episode in like a Friday evening, because it's finally done processing, and that's when the bot sees it, I guess. I don't know, but then the bot also sees it when it's live. I don't know, man. Watch, YouTube's going to turn that into a monetized thing. Like, there's going to be like a YouTube Studio Premium, and it's going to have processing prioritization to paid users. Kind of surprised they haven't done that already. That feels nice. Not one of my favorite shapes, but damn, that's light. Wow, this is really light, you guys. So, I don't know, Boardsy viewership, I don't know. The most viewed Mousecast, I think, is a little under 5,000, and that's because Final Mouse or Logitech is the main topic. I don't know. And so I think it's just really search optimized. But if I were to look at it, it probably has terrible retention. Like on a 2-hour stream, the average watch duration is probably like 5 minutes. Which I do think for most Mousecast streams, the average watch duration is, I think, around 9 minutes. I think 10 minutes is pretty good. I'm not super analytics heavy because I don't make money from Mousecast, and the amount of effort it would be to make Mousecast, like make it make more money, is I think more time than we'll see. Right now, I might step away from like modding streams and stuff like this in the future because they're just too time consuming. And it's not time consuming, like me going live is incredibly easy, but I mean sitting down and modding, I might like very well be done with that at some point, and I might just like throw batteries and things, and I might stop soldering. I don't know, man. But I don't know. Oh my gosh, 35 grams? Oh, I'm stupid, chat. I was like, why is this mouse so lightweight? Why is it not turning on? Oops. Forgot the battery. 35 grams? I could use it wired, probably. That is so light. So do Chinese brands like Rappu and ATK use Kailh optical switches? Diego, I think you should check a database like the MouseMod sheet that's in the description, or better yet is Eloshapes' database. Yeah. You're asking like somewhat technical questions that are, I think, answerable with better answerable with online resources rather than a live stream chat. But like the Eloshapes database is really good, dude. You should definitely check that out. You can filter by skate type. Okay, ATK pinout is typically what? Is it BTR? Because I don't have the battery for this. I gotta do a new battery. Oh no, I drummed on the table and then now the dog's going nuts. Isn't that too bad yet? Should I just YOLO it? BTR? Black? I think they are usually BTR. Let's try it. Oh, and that screw's not even holding that down? Oh yeah, okay, the hole's too big for the screw. Don't take that out of context. I could put a washer on that, or I could try to find a different screw. Hey, we got a green light. Flashing blue light. Okay, BTR was right. Well, I just YOLO'd it. Quality stream Falango. ETK uses Kailh Swift light. Yeah, they use either Kailh Swift light or, which is, I don't know. Then there's the ATK custom tune, and those are FEs. I need a bigger screw. And I'm not going to go downstairs and get a washer. I've been enjoying playing the finals with Schwamper and other people from the Discord. If you guys also play the finals, does anyone in chat play the finals? You should add me on Steam, Manphalanges. One of the reasons I picked the name Manphalanges, it's not taken on any platform. And now one of you kiddos is going to go take it on something. Where do we want to put the battery? I think right there is good. Yeah, we'll make it forward biased. This could be good right here too, though. Yeah, I think we'll go right there. Get the old tape out. Repru uses green glue below the ratio, IDKY. Oh, it could be... Remember that Rappu's a huge brand, and they really don't want to deal with RMAs. And maybe they've had reported issues in the past of ratios coming dislodged. Or it might even be a quality thing, like that they learned in their testing, that if a ratio isn't clicked in all the way, then click feels terrible, and then the customer returns that. It might even be part of the check process for the quality control process at their factory that employees go through, and somebody installs them, and then the next step is like pressing them firmly and applying a dab of glue. Because I'm not gonna lie, the ratio switches, if you reuse them a ton, the lobster clips get pretty worn out, and then they might not grab as well anymore. Not an issue for most users ever, but yeah. Ratio. Alright. So we were at 35-ish grams before, and I just added a 3-gram battery. So we're going to be at 38 grams, chat. This might be my lightest ergo. I know you can call an NPO1 shape like a not quite full-blown ergo, but... And I don't have skates on it either, so I guess I'm just a big liar. Hey chat, what's the worst thing you lied about? Wait, is that actually a good discussion? Is there actually some legs to this? It has to be something that... I guess I have to share something. What's something I've lied about? Okay, something I wasn't fully truthful on was in a job interview, I had on my resume CFD, which is Computational Fluid Dynamics experience. And that was because, like, the day I edited my resume to start sending out to people, I expressed interest in my current employer in getting trained on some CFD software. And they were like, yeah, that's a brilliant idea. So I was like, perfect. By the time I start interviewing, I'll have gotten some experience. I did not. One of the places I interviewed at makes pond fountains, like the water features in pond, like the big fountains that you see at like, business parks and stuff. And apparently they are working on like pumps, impellers for that. And there's all sorts of CFD that can go on there with designing the best pump impeller. Think like designing a fan blade, right? Different fan blade geometries, you can have more noise, more vibrations, more flow, less flow, more pressure. Okay, let's check weight. So that was something I said, yeah, 38.28 grams, dude, without skates. That's kind of nuts. Now, what do I do for skates? Let's do the ATK skates. I do like this mouse. Like, I'm never going to own an NPO1 shape, I don't think, because I'm just going to main this. Oh no, Dad says his NPO1 SV3 he's actually really liking. There is something to say about like being very confident in a mouse, like if it's a really good build quality, the like confidence that you have, even if it's not the best spec-wise or in some regard. Employers lie on their job offers. It's only fair to lie on your resume. Hell yeah, Barosia. Hell yeah. Thank you for enabling me in that way. I should probably just peel this like film off the skates. It's just getting in the way. Or off the, yeah. Let's do it. have a ton of these, and I can always get more. Yeah, AliExpress, get your free skate thing tech is back, where you do the Savings Mondays, at least back for me. I think it's a regional locked thing, so sorry guys. But the thing is, I forgot, because it was taken away from us, I forgot to do it like this whole week. So I missed like 4 days in a row. So my Monday bonus boost is going to be like $2. I'll still probably pick up some skates or something. Who knows? Have you had creaking issues on the Viper V4? I don't know. Send me a Viper V4 and I'll let you know. Oops. Knocked over some stuff. Dude, am I the only one who... Sometimes I say something on Twitter or on Reddit and it doesn't get upvoted nor downvoted. So I'm like, did I just have a bad take? Or did people just not see my thing? Oh, why is this not closing now? And the most recent one was some dude commented on an Elo Shapes post. Elo Shapes, you know how he tweets whenever he adds a new mouse? And he'll be like, here's the specs. Use code ELO to get the new MCHOS K7 V2. Well, he did that. And one of the comments was, please send me one. I would much appreciate it, or something like that. And I just replied to the dude. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just feeding the troll. I was like, you really think Elo Shapes is just going to send you a mouse? And he replies back, crazier things have happened. And I'm just like, damn. I wish I had that level of hope in my life. You just think, you think Elo's just going to be like, oh yeah, I 3D scanned all these mice. I don't know what to do with them anymore. I guess I'm just going to mail them internationally at no charge because this guy asked on Twitter. Am I too much of a cynic? Oh, hey, let's do weight with skates. It's still going to be below 40 grams. That's actually one of the reasons why I did not put on full-size skates. 38.67, get on my level, 6.7. So I have all my prices on eBay listed as like 69 cents because I'm an idiot. Should I be switching to 67? What's funnier nowadays, guys? 67 or 69? Your modding posts don't get many upvotes, I noticed. Well, duh. They're not content. They're like informational. Yeah, that's not at all the function of those. Okay. Dummy Shark. Let's try the Dummy Shark M3S, which is not, yeah, was it on Mousecast that I told Daz, I was like, it's not an M3 mini, it's not a smaller Dummy Shark M3, and he was like, oh, I never really put that together. Yeah, it's straight up not. The M3 is a final mouse shape, and this is like, not, I don't know. It's got flatter sides and more rear hump. Get on there, bish. Shall I be weighing this base first? Okay. Original base was 9.92, 8.34. Wow, we are saving another like 1.5 grams with this one. Anyone? You're saying I should do 21 as my numbers? Why are you guys just saying numbers in chat now? Next person to say a number gets banned. This was 8.34 for M3S, 8.34. I don't even know why I logged this stuff. I'm going to put it in my spreadsheet. I have a tab. Didn't mean to offend. I'm very offended, Bluey. If you can't tell, I'm so angry I popped the boner. You know what's funny? My wife, I remember when we were dating, we played Cards Against Humanity with friends once, and afterwards she was like, and there's that card, you get so angry you pop a boner. And she was like, is that real? I should have said yes. Yeah, so I have a child now, which means I read my son this morning a Calvin and Hobbes comic. Wait, where did I? Here it is. A Calvin and Hobbes comic about black and white versus color. If you guys just Google search, so Calvin and Hobbes is a very popular comic series by recluse Bill Watterson. I almost said George Washington. And there was a bit where Calvin, who's like this little kid, goes out and talks to his dad, who's sitting on the porch watching the sunset, and he's like, says something about like, why were pictures all black and white back in the day? And his dad's like, well, that's the thing, Calvin. The cameras could capture color. It's just the whole world was black and white. And Calvin's like, no way, that can't be real. And his dad starts going into all this like silly logic about why it does work. Calvin asks, well, what about paintings? How come those were color? And his dad was like, well, no, they painted them in black and white. The paints had color to them, though. It's just that it was all grayscale until color came into the world sometime in the 1930s. Then the paint got their colors. Anyway, now that I have a son, what should I do? Is there a way I should mess with him? Also, I'm going to do a bigger battery in this one because this is not a 54 series. I'm going to save this teeny tiny 125 milliamp hour for a 54 series, but I do need to reverse these. Are you a big comics guy, says Stephen Clark. No, I'm not. I am not a huge comic guy. I was really into Calvin and Hobbes in, I don't know, elementary school, middle school, something like that. Like, I had all the books except for maybe one of them. Wait, was that BTR? This was RTB, wasn't it? Dharma Shark was RTB. Yes, Dharma Shark was RTB. Why can't manufacturers just standardize on like one? That's a question I have for an electrical engineer. I had a job interview at the company Whisker. It went really well. I don't know if that's going to go anywhere, but right, I don't work in consumer products. But like, I would love to know, why can't battery pinouts all be standardized? Is there like something where like by switching pins they can min-max some sort of trace or component layout on a PCB? Maybe. No, I'm not a big comic guy. Probably never will be. When you say comic guy, that makes me think like you're going to Comic-Con, you're into big on lore and stuff. I am definitely a Star Wars nerd, for sure. But no, not a big comic guy. Are you? Raise him to believe that about the black and white thing? Yeah, I know. Like, one that I thought would be funny would be to change the name of a color. To just like grow up thinking red is blue and blue is red. I don't know. Somebody out there is like, this guy is like toxic and manipulative. It's a joke, okay? Mostly. No, it's inevitable that this kind of thing happens in our lives, right? It's the Reddit poop knife example. You guys know the Reddit poop knife story, right? I mean, I'm gonna have to explain it now that I brought it up and I'm live, but okay, I actually have the battery connected this time. But the Reddit poop knife story was, what was it, like a guy had his girlfriend over to his parents' house for the first time for dinner to like meet his girlfriend, and this is a Reddit post written from the girl's perspective. And she like excused herself to go to the bathroom, and she like ended up having to go poop, so she went poop, and then unfortunately for her, it clogged the toilet, and so she's like panicking, trying to find a plunger, or maybe the plunger doesn't work, I don't know. And so she eventually embarrassingly comes out and asks her boyfriend, can I have the poop knife? I clogged the toilet. And he was like, what? The poop knife? Girl grew up, I guess, in a family that did not have a plunger for money or for whatever reason or another. And their family just had a designated knife to kind of chop it up and send it on its way. And that was her reality. And we have examples like this in our lives that aren't so silly. But we all have our own versions of reality. And of course, those things come to a head when you start dating somebody for the first time naturally. Oh, dude, Armored Opticals feels so good in this. This is criminal. How light is this? It's not the lightest. They used a little bit of thicker wall. I'm going to guess 46.51. 44.92. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oop, there's some goobers in there too. Get my toothbrush. Reason to believe that PCB factories probably have their own standards and they don't all match. But why would the PCB manufacturer... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I imagine much like how... So there's OEM and ODM. Original equipment manufacturer and original design manufacturer. So I imagine a brand like, I don't know, M-Chose, right? Or ATK. Let's pick on ATK because we know they use that one brand that starts with the one factory that starts with the letter D. I would imagine ATK does the design, does the industrial design, the aesthetics. They'll pick colors, they'll pick the shape. Not pick, they'll actually design the shape. I mean, maybe the manufacturer has like a catalog, but I imagine if you want more premium stuff, then you're maybe not going to land on that high performance stuff. And I imagine the PCB designs are done by, I don't know, maybe they're not done by the factory, maybe, or by ATK. Maybe ATK goes to a factory and it was like, we want these following specs, make a PCB that needs to hit these metrics for performance or for weight or for power consumption or whatever. And then the PCB maker just does it. I don't know how that works. Rise and Shine, good to see you, dude. Hey, we got to play some finals. Also, I saw you were selling... Son of a gun. I was like semi-interested. Oh, you had the Frost Lord. I was like semi-interested in the Frost Lord, and then I remembered it's a Final Mouse product. What mouse is that? DarmoShark M3S. Mandatory Final Mouse slander. Yes, dude. They deserve it. Do I want to do ATK skates on this? Do I want to do... The DarmoShark skates are like Pulsar skates, and mine have like lost all stickiness. They're like not that sticky anymore, so... Do I just throw these out? I think so. I got too many skates. I won't miss them, I don't think. And the base is sanded. It's just nice that they cover up the holes here. I do think I have... You know what? I don't think I'm going to mod this any further, so let's go with... I think I do have some Dummy Shark skates. Picked up a Cyber OP mod kit, now just to wait till next week. Oh yeah, Hatif. Congrats, dude. I feel that. I want to see what they drop on the 25th. Are you... Okay, Rise and Shine. This is a judgment-free safe space. Are you actually excited for what Final Mouse is announcing? And if you, like, what do you think it is? It would be awfully cool if they announced a new shape. I think that would be very cool. And again, guys, it's an announcement. It's not a release. It's not going to be... I don't know. Maybe they announce a release date or, like, a drop date. I know I had Dummy Shark skates. I know I did. I've seen them with my own 3 eyes. Oh, more Inkot skates. I gotta put those in here so I don't forget about them. Do you have any recommendations for Nero or Maya X? Name's Maya. No, I'm kidding. It's not actually the same shape. Nero or Maya X? Maya X has pretty flat sides, bro. If you want a flat-sided mouse, OP1 is pretty narrow. WL Mouse Ying Magnesium. I don't even know why I'm looking for DarmoShark skates. They're like not special. They're like not great skates. Oh, here they are, and I just found them. Okay. Well, at least they'll cover up the holes in theory, right? Unironically, the last time I'm excited about Final Mouse is when I stayed up to pre-order the Ultralight 2 Cape Town. It was a complete disappointment. The Cape Town was still pretty innovative though, right? Wait, are these all the same skates? Looks like there's a left and a right. Is there a front and a rear? Maybe not. Wait, how the hell are you supposed to go on like that? Do you guys want to be zoomed in for this? Is that right? That doesn't look right. These are definitely M3. Yeah, I labeled these as M3 skates. Huh. More like that? It just doesn't seem like this corner doesn't seem to fit well. Looks like rear and front are different. Are they, Mr. LKL? This is how they were on the sticker sheet too. They were uneven, like these were uneven like that. I'm thinking this edge is the flat part of the skate, and then they round in like a smiley face like this. Are these like fronts and these rears? They look awfully similar, brother. I think that looks more right. There we go. There we go. That looks more right. Okay. And I'm assuming this is then the other side. No. That's the rear. Then again, it's hard to tell. Yeah. Cool. Is Boardsy still live right now? Probably not. I have 18 viewers. Boardsy must not be live anymore. I'm kidding. I'm pretty sure this channel's viewership and the Boardsy channel viewership are like not very. I don't think there's going to be a lot of overlap there. I wonder if, sometimes when I ship stuff, like a Nova hair gets stuck on the tape and it's like too far gone for me to try to salvage it, retape it and stuff, so I just ship it with Nova's hair attached. Like, how grossed out. I haven't gotten any like negative eBay feedbacks on that, but am I a terrible person? Don't answer that. Have to get more of the finals for sure. I'm not really excited for any mouse at the moment except the Jaeger from Project W. Yes, if you want, again, as a person who has a Jaeger, when they release the injection molded version, I actually might pick one up. Because it is a very unique mouse. Should I grab mine? Yeah, the Jaeger is actually a pretty unique shape in that it's kind of like Hitscan Hyperlight meets Lamzu Atlantis Mini, maybe. So, the Atlantis Mini has like a very aggressive shape where it has like really, really tapered insides, I think too much so. But then it's also just like this rather pinched shape that bring all your fingers closer together, which I think can lead to a lot of precision in aiming. However, the Jaeger, I think, is a better shape in that it's a little bit more vertical on the sides. So you still have this pinched front, and it comes up pretty high too, but it's not as ridiculous as the Lamzu Atlantis Mini. Like, this honestly, I don't know. If you like the Atlantis Mini, it is a shape I aim well with, and the clicks actually feel really good on it, but is a very aggressive shape. So like I use this at work and I just could not use it because it was too aggressive, too fatiguing. It's going to be solid without any holes with an electric violet color. Also the hump molds to the back of the hand, which is perfect. Yeah, I'm not like a hump user person, but yeah, it is a good shape. I don't know, Rise and Shine, do you have one? They're sending me one to review. An injection molded one or a mod kit? I guess they're all going to be mod kits, but Yeah, I honestly haven't really. I think I've used this once since they've come on the podcast, and it's not because it's a bad product. It's just I have so many mice, and I'm not getting rid of it. The Opus, though, the Opus that I have, that is definitely one I just can't get the clicks to be very good on it. So, and then the Jaeger is just a refinement in every way: clicks, shape, texture, weight. So it was really fun having them on, though. It was crazy that friggin' Wins had he was deathly sick, throwing up and then coming back and being like, yeah, sorry, I was just in the bathroom throwing up. And then, oh my gosh, Fat Free Water just seems like a really genuine nice guy. Yeah. Let's see how much weight that added. We were at 44.92 grams before. Would it work for big hands? If you fingertip, the Jaeger would work for big hands. 47.7. This added 2 grams? Oh, I have the dongle in it. I don't actually care. I'm not going to bother reweighing it. Dongles are usually 1 to 1.5 grams. The Darmo Shark section of my mouse wall is one of the most colorful. These 8 mice are all Darmo Shark. N7, M3 Pro Max, N3, N5, M3 modded, what I call a Pikachu edition. M3S that we just did, M9 Whale, I wish I had a white one, and M3 Micro. Yeah, colors are nice. There you guys are. Does Jaeger support L7 Ultra Plus or just the L7 Ultra? I believe just the L7 Ultra, but don't quote me on that. Personally, I would not. I don't know. L7 Ultra Plus is a really damn good mouse. Actually, both of them are really good mice. And they also use Cyrox PCBs. Okay, what mouse next? M-Chose M7, how about that? Where are you at, M-Chose? M-Chussy? And weirdly, I think I'm going to keep using these M-Chose black skates because I hate myself or something. Make hose. Let's lube up the scroll wheel fork. I always like to do that. And just take a little bit of silicone lube. Dab, dab, dab. I learned that dabs are a drug thing. Do you guys know that? Something about using a nail. I don't know, man. When they were describing it to me on Discord, using you heat up a nail and use that to melt some CBD oil or whatever, I was like, oh, this is when you're talking about using hardware store nails to take drugs, it's a little, I don't know. I'm not a judgmental person, but that's a little bit much. But then they clarified, I guess there's actual devices you can have that are. Because in my mind, I was like, why would you use a nail? Why not use something more sanitary? Because, nails are, coated in chemicals and stuff for corrosion resistance. Also, there's probably, oils from the manufacturing process that I would not want to be inhaling out from a nail. But they corrected me and say use something else. And also, I was like, why not use a spoon? But then they laughed at that, I think, because using a spoon, that is, what crack addicts use, right? I don't think I'm supposed to be talking about drugs. I needed that third screw. Which I don't know where that went. How many are you doing today? How many dabs? None, because I don't do drugs. Oh, mice? I mean, ideally I would do all of them, but there's no way that's happening. But I'm gonna just power through everything. Bathroom breaks, shower. No, I'm kidding. Because my wife and baby are out doing a day trip somewhere. I don't know where that third screw is. I always do screws, every single stream. I'm so good at this. Oh, there it is. Screw just spawned into existence. Oh yeah, it looks like you just used a Fenrir or something like that. Also, I was told by a mouse startup founder, H20 plus H20 costs around 120 yuan, while L15 plus L05 costs 60 to 70 yuan, says Neon Thunder. Again, for people not familiar, that's the MCU, and he's listing 2 because you need one in the receiver and one in the mouse. And I believe that. I believe that about double the price. I think, didn't we on Mousecast once show, like, maybe this wasn't on Mousecast. Hang on, guys. Gonna go back to my computer. Hey, what's on your desk right now, Phalanges? Oh, good. Glad you asked. I have a Vaxi PD plus 140, just like I did on Mousecast. But I also have a Lamzu Maya Red, Imperial Red. And for whatever reason, the mechanical on it, I actually really like. Yeah, it's actually really nice. Okay, sorry. We were gonna go to NRF 54H20 price. And was it Octopart? One of these places had them listed, and it was, well, first of all, 120 CNY2 USD is like $18. So that means each one is like $9. And that's what we're seeing, like $650 here. So we're rough order of magnitude the same. And then if we look at NRF F54L15 price, to be 26 to 415. Oh, DigiKey. It was on DigiKey that I saw. Yeah. There you go. So unit price right there. So if you buy, oh yeah, the price drops a good amount. If you buy like 100, it's down to like $3 each instead of $4. And then can I search NRF 54H20? RFID. Oh, these are like development boards. I don't know. Anyway, yes, that tracks, I guess. Sure. W on Phalanges. Brave user. I use it because AdBlock for YouTube works well on it. And I use YouTube for listening to music sometimes. And you can't use YouTube in the background unless it's in Brave, or unless you have premium. But it works with Brave. Dude, Brave browser is just the best. Don't tell them, but I would spend money on Brave browser. Like, it literally gives me all the... I was about to pull the trigger on YouTube Premium because I legitimately do use a lot of YouTube. Like, I spend a lot of time on YouTube. Mainly at work. Podcasts and stuff. Music. And then my last ditch effort was I saw people saying that Brave browser works instead, and I was like, okay, I'll try it. Lo and behold, it works! But don't tell them I would spend money, because then they're gonna know, and then they're gonna start charging me. Actually, it's probably only a matter of time when they start charging money. Okay. Firefox says uBlock also works on Android. Nice, yeah, Brave also works on Android. Only their VPN costs money, which you can just hide. Brave is more user-friendly. Yeah, I do like that. Okay, unpopular opinion, I like that Brave is Chromium-based. The other day, my coworkers were complaining about how they used Firefox for AdBlock or something, but some service at work, like our intranet or something, you need to use Edge or a Chromium-based system. And I was like, have you guys tried Brave browser? Yeah, we're gonna do it this way. So Boards is going to come on Mousecast in 2 weeks. Also, we do have a new guest for this week that I actually need to make the tweet for. So you guys will see that soon. Follow Mousecast if you don't already on Twitter. Well, I think I could just say it here. It's actually a pretty awesome guest. The guest is going to be Tunes from Lamzu. Wait, am I getting that right? Right, Tunes is with Lamzu? Wait a second. I need to backtrack myself. I need to get this damn sticker off, though. Well, I guess I need to research my guest a little bit more. I remember I researched Frosty ZK a bit, because I didn't know much about him, but people talked really highly of him. So I was like, I need to do this justice. And I need to do the same for Tunes. Now he is. Damn, Brave catching up, huh? I'm trying to twist these wires so that this connector is not all messed up. Yeah, something I like to do is twist the wires. And sometimes that helps with it not getting all weird and bendy. Background playing 0 ads. His lambs are getting rid of Omrons. That's a good question. We should ask that. Okay, I need to make a reminder that I don't forget to ask that. Because we did see with Cyrox, right, they're switching to Kales. But then apparently somebody on our Discord posted that on the Cyrox website, they had options for Kales or Omrons. And the Omrons were in stock and the Kales were out of stock. There we go. Does that feel good? A little bit on the lighter side than what I typically like, but this is such a relaxed. This mouse really forces you into a relaxed grip, which is not my favorite thing in the world. Oh, Sup says Viku, hey, good to see you, dude. Cyrox has Omrons available again. Yeah, okay, you guys are already up to. There's 20 people watching this garbage, man. I'm not even like doing anything interesting. I'm freaking struggling to pick up a screw. There is like, okay, am I weird? I do not trim my nails if I know I'm about to like do something with my hands. For example, I'm gonna trim my nails already, but like I'm going to a job site this week for work. I'm a mechanical engineer, and it's gonna be it's an automotive assembly plant. Oh, I can actually say where I'm going. It's Toyota in Georgetown, Kentucky. I believe they make the Camry there. Anyway, I'm doing some work there that's actually nothing too innovative or anything. It's nothing to do with like new vehicles. And I think that's why I can say something, but I like won't trim my nails prior to, because having good nails is like a really helpful tool. I don't know. They're like trying to get a piece of tape off of something, or well, I just said pick up a screw. But I'm also not like one of those. Wasn't it on Mousecast? There was like some Chinese Billy video, and the dude's nails he had a really long pinky ring nail, which isn't it called like a pimp nail or something because it's for doing drugs? Oh man. I hated Kales on the low free high pace. Damn, Neon Thunder, you are going off in chat right now. Xingmeng uses it. Yeah, I need to do a live stream of my Xingmeng 01. I have both the 03 and the 01. My 03, I did like a 45-minute live stream, and I basically spent the entire live stream just sanding the crap out of this, and it actually feels pretty nice now. Like, it still has the swishy swish texturing, but it's a lot less. It actually feels pretty nice. I do like this mouse. It's really pretty too. The green is fantastic. And I super glued it. It had the stupid removable back base piece for the dongle storage, and I just modified that and glued it in, so I no longer have dongle storage, but I also don't have this stupid like back heavy magnet ass mouse. 01, yeah, I know. I have my 01. I need to do a, if you guys don't know who are watching, the Xingmeng 01, let me grab mine. It's a Hitscan Hyperlight clone, which the question is, should you buy it? And the answer is no, because you should just buy Hitscan Hyperlight because it's such a good mouse. The Xingmeng 01, I guess, is the first time we've had a Hitscan Hyperlight clone that's not just a VGN or ATK F1. But it has a little bit more aggressive curvature on the sides, and it's just worse in every other way. Like, build quality's fine. It feels kind of cheap, though. Mine, the clicks, if you do click towards each other, you can definitely get them to rub on one another. Scroll wheel feels cheap. It's kind of hollow. There's no coating. I don't know. There's like not a lot of play. It has the stupid dongle storage like this. So again, what I did is I literally like cut all of this out to save on weight, and then I took this piece and I glued it in, and then I base sanded. That's what I did on the 03, which is a Viper V3 mini clone. This is again a Hitscan Hyperlight clone. I don't know why I bought this. I don't know why I kept it. I bought it from AliExpress. I want to say I spent like $40 on it. Regrettable. And then I got Oh, and it's heavy. I want to say it's like 50 grams. And it's like, just get a Hitscan Hyperlite. It's like 42 grams. Or if you were really sensitive to weight, get a VGN ATKF1. Sorry, you guys are chatting a lot. I'm not responding. Mcho's K7V2 specs are confirmed. Dude, if you check, Elo Shapes did a tweet about it today because he officially added it to Elo Shapes. It's weird, the picture that he posted, the proportions looked a little bit different from the than the V1 K7. So I don't know. I don't think there was a shape. I didn't think there was a shape revision. But could I be wrong on that? I'm pretty sure it's Omron Mechanicals again. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, go check the tweet and correct me. Anyway, Zingmeng01, don't buy it. Unless maybe, like, I don't know, Hitscan Hyperlite and ATKF1 aren't available in your region. And you really want to try Hitscan Hyperlite shape, then I guess. Yeah, you can tell from the skates here. I actually have quite a bit of use on these. They're very shiny. Let's check weight. Take the dongle out. How heavy do we think? Let's see. Battery swapped and base sanded. I didn't weigh the base. I'm gonna guess 48.28. 48.74. Yeah. Okay. It's not like insane, but it's also light enough where I have no desire to buy a Zowie U2 because I have something that's close enough to a U2 with Omron Opticals and a much lower weight. Mchos hasn't updated this, has they? Have they? I don't think so. I do not think so. Gonna skip. 100M mechanicals. 100M. Yeah, they do feel absolutely terrible. I have one. I have an Mchos K7 here with Omron Mechanicals. You can spam them fast, but there's like no tactility, and they have like too much rebound. So keeping your click depressed takes more, like a little bit more force than what I would like. But you know what? We can do my Mchos. So I actually have two because I'm bougie, I guess. I love gold and white. I love how gaudy it is. I love that. So I actually am going to sell my red one. I'll be listing it to eBay hopefully today, if all goes well. If any of you guys are interested, my eBay is just called Phalanges Co. It's the same as my Twitter. If you are interested in anything on there, you can buy stuff on there, but I'll give you a good discount if you buy it via PayPal because eBay takes a 15% cut. So, and I usually charge extra for shipping on there too. eBay is a great platform though. Like in terms of usability, I have no complaints about eBay. It's really just the fees that suck. But listing something is very easy. Tax documentation, very easy. The interface is just really easy to use. Yeah, I feel like the coating on the white is a little bit better. So, also, when I showed my baby both of these, he liked the white one more, and that's actually why I think I have a picture of that. But these are actually not identical shells. They have like ever slight differences, and I made a Twitter Reddit post showing they did like teeny tiny changes, like these holes are different. Anyway, but functionally from a purchaser's standpoint, like your guys' standpoint, they're identical. It's just that the V1s, the old versions of the K7, old, not V1, like the old, they came with Omron Mechanicals, and those were actually really good. So let's put a little bit of looby-doob on this. Oh, I probably should have toothbrushed this first. There's some kind of plastic particulate on it, but oh well. I removed all the power charging, magnetic charging crap. What size encoder do we have here? 12? Okay, yeah, I'm not going to desolder. If it was an 11, I would have done. I do love the K7. Oh, we need the power button, or yep, the power slider. Something interesting, they put this cool like Mchos gold thing on the bottom, but it's not even, you can't tell. The mouse is solid on the bottom. Sorry, I should be engaging with chat right now. I have a question about skates for G-Wolves HTM Plus 8K. I want control skates for cloth. Any suggestion? I don't know, anything that's like black? I'm not a big skate guy. Check out the Schwamper.skate list and join the Discord. That link in the description. Schwamper is a mod there and very active, and will give you a very good suggestion. Yes, I'm sorry, I'm not the most helpful resource for skates. I just put cheap dot skates on everything. But like generally rule of thumb has been like kind of glossy black PTFE is like usually pretty. Where's my magnet? Neon, ask Phalanges to get picture of missing component PCB. What? Yeah, make it fast. I'm screwing this in. What do you want? Is it for this mouse? What do you want on this mouse? Is there a conformal coding to this? No. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't know, LOL. Only sold because GPX POTAP shape. Rise and Shine says I will need to sort out stuff with ATK since they're sending me a review unit too. And that figured out since I ordered the one I ordered randomly showed up. Oh, couldn't they just cancel the review unit and then refund you for the one you purchased? ATK is sending me an A9 Mini for review, for a Reddit review. So I'll probably do a disassembly live stream like this. And oh my gosh, should I use AI? That would actually save me a lot of time if I'm just like, AI, take the first 10 minutes of this video and summarize what this dude says about the mouse. I don't know, man. It's like I've never used AI to write a review to like make opinions for me. Never, ever, ever, ever. But if it's literally just video transcribing the words I'm saying and then putting them in a more coherent format, is that okay, chat? Would that be okay? I'd be fine disclosing it. I don't know, it just would save me a lot of time. Because it's like let's say I only have 30 minutes of free time to sit down and like do the review. Or maybe an hour. Like let's say I use the mouse at work, so that's kind of no time commitment because I have to use a mouse for my job anyway. And then I spend an hour to actually like formulate opinions and test and do a review, right? I could do a live stream disassembly in an hour and then use AI to do a write-up for me, or I could just do a write-up. So I feel like the live stream is a much better value add. And the AI, as long as it's not hallucinating and saying anything that I don't agree with, obviously I would proofread it, then I feel like that would be fine, right? I don't know. I just want to be fair to ATK. And I want to be friggin' able to find the screws that I mean, this PCB doesn't need it as much because it has 5 screw points. I don't think I really need all 5. Yeah, I don't know, man. Check the other screw bin. Brother, corporations use AI to help make procedures and crap like that. If it's summarizing, that's perfect. Yeah, true. Thank you. Okay. I just need to be validated because, like, the worst thing you can do as an influencer is get canceled, right? I don't know, I've probably said some cancelable stuff, but whatever. I was actually pretty concerned about my Razer take on last week's Mousecast. I rewatched it at work to be like, because I remember after the show, I was like, Daz, that was a good episode, but I feel like my take on Razer and kind of somewhat supporting them in making dot skates avoid warranties, I feel like that was a really bad take. He was like, I didn't think it was that bad, and I rewatched it, and I was like, no, okay, it does actually sound like I gave it more nuance, which was important, but yeah, I don't know. On the one hand, like saying that the way I said it is pretty anti-consumer, but on the other hand, as a person who's experienced like having to fix things for brain dead customers, I don't know. I think my opinion basically boiled down to, if Razer put it in their warranty terms that changing out skates voids the warranty, but then their customer service reps were like actually operated in good faith when a user's like, my mouse sensor isn't tracking, and the customer service rep is like, send me a picture of the bottom of your mouse, and you can see that they have aftermarket skates applied, but they've clearly been applied correctly, you know, not like covering the sensor lens or something dumb like that, then yeah, you send them a replacement. Even though technically it voids their warranty, you still operate in good faith that there clearly is something wrong with the mouse. But fact of the matter is, there will be people who change dots, who change skates, it changes the thickness, it affects the liftoff distance, now they're having some issue, and they don't bother going into the software and changing the LOD. I'm sorry, that's just like reality. Oh yeah, those feel good. Coating on that feels nice too. Happy with that. I don't know what kind of weight we have here. Let's throw some screws in it. And it. And see how the weight is. I'm gonna guess, you know, the Viper, I kind of want to just get a Viper V4. Maybe I should buy Daz's, because I love the Viper V4 so much. The Viper shape so much. And it's lighter. Like literally my only complaint about the Viper V3 is the clicks, and like the weight I guess could be better. Mine's modded down to like 50 grams, so like I'm just being bougie. Oh, and yeah, the clicks, the ratios just suck. Good night, Unc Phalanges. Alright, see ya, Neon. Like 5-minute ramble worth. More than some generic AI overview. Spend 5 minutes talking about the disassembly process. Something unique. You see the recent one, a mouse review, where a guy was like not a fan of some Lysol mouse. Here's my experience. And he had the skate covers on. Oh my gosh, bro. That's like what you're up against, dude. Because remember, you know how skates, the plastic film on them says remove, 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 remove. You know that's an additional cost. They're having to print that on the plastic wrap. Yeah. Troubleshooting too much work. What do you do for a living, says Tanver Singh. Sign? I'm a mechanical engineer. Currently, I am in the automotive industry. My company builds paint shops. It's funny, I've actually been job interviewing, so I've like had to explain what I do a ton recently. And what my company does is, to build an automobile, you have 3 factories that will usually be interconnected with one another. And the first building is the body shop. This is where you see the like pictures of robots welding car body panels and pinch welding and putting it all together. And that vehicle body will move on a large conveyor belt. They constantly move, they never stop moving. Then it'll move into the next building, which is the paint shop. That's what my company builds. And that's where it gets 5 coats of paint. It is cleaned, 5 coats of paint, all that stuff. And then the third building is general assembly building. And again, it's the same conveyor belt going all the way through all the buildings, same speed more or less. And that general assembly building is where they install the headlights, the dash, the steering wheel. They fill the gas tank, they put the wheels on, they put the engine in, etc. And then they drive them out. So my company builds the paint shops. And specifically, I'm in the R&D side. What kind of skates? Do we want to do ATK skates, or should I do... The Emcho skates, they're slow, but like if you use them on a faster pad, they're actually kind of nice. Should I do the Emcho skates, guys? What are we thinking, chat? Now that I have a flat base too, I could just straight up, like, here's Incot G23. These are like the alligator skin skates. I could literally just put these on. When you have a flat base, the possibilities are endless. I thought I had my Emcho skates in here. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that, like, on my resume, I have 2 patents. If you guys knew my name, you'd be able to Google me, and like 2 of the first results, other than probably my Facebook, I assume, are like the patents. That's not Emchos. This is... But the thing is, the patents are like really dull. The industry that I'm in, yeah, I thought these were like MCHO skates, but then these aren't. I could use these, but they're not well rounded enough. These are from MCHO's A7 V2. Oh, Heartbeat A skates are actually pretty decent. I could use those on here, but I'm not going to. I want to find the MCHOs, get the true MCHOs experience. And the patents are really boring, but the industry is so tight knit and everybody knows anyone. Anytime you have like a slightly innovative idea, companies are really fast to patent it, because building a paint shop and all the equipment inside of a paint shop hasn't really changed in like 50 years. So it's actually kind of depressing that like the two startups I was at before were way more innovative. I innovated so much more. I don't think I was there on stuff that never saw the light of day. When I interviewed at Whisker oh, here it is. Is this the MCHOs? Yeah, here it is. When I interviewed at Whisker this week, they actually had me sign an NDA for the interview, because the position's like an R&D position. You guys can look up Whisker. They make the litter robot for cats. It's a litter box. It's like a cylinder. You guys know like cement trucks, how there's a big drum that rotates slowly? Yeah, so cats, they go into this. It's not rotating, it's stopped. They go into it, they do their business, and there's cat litter down, and then it rotates, and there's like grating, and that's how it cleans the kitty litter automatically. And yeah, it'd be an R&D position for different products, different features. So like that I can't talk about, but I mean, it's pet stuff, right? It's like the company has one product, which is a litter robot, and obviously businesses like to diversify outside of one product. So obviously they are working on other products in probably an adjacent industry that you would imagine, like pet stuff. You know, pets, they make waste, they need to eat, they need to be groomed, they need to play. Nova knows all about that. And that's actually fun. I actually have a ton of ideas that I don't really know what kind of sway I would have in the R&D team as an engineer to actually like promote product ideas, but I definitely had some just from owning a dog. Like one idea that I would love to do is I would love to have I have so many ideas for like how to make a better pooper scooper. It's pretty absurd, the pooper scooper that I have. Also like a really high capacity pooper scooper. Like using a 5-gallon pail of some kind would be really nice. I had a friend who did marketing for a company called like Faster, Better, Easier was the company name, and they had one product called the Dust Stopper, but it's one word, Dust Stopper. It is a dust collector that you put on top of they do dog stuff. You can check out their website. I actually don't know their product portfolio as good as I'm pretty sure it's just the one product. I also don't understand how they posted on socials recently that they hit 1 million sales of their litter robot because it's been out for like a really long time. And I'm like, okay, so these litter robots, the ones today are $800. So $800 million in revenue from one product, but they have a team of like 700 employees. This is all public information. How do you have a business since 2003 that has 800 employees and only operated on $800 million in revenue? That doesn't make sense. So I don't know if there's like outside investment or private equity or something. Anyway, I should weigh this mouse. I don't know what the stock weight is with the whole stupid. Oh, I should check that it actually turns on. Yes, we do have a green LED. Yeah, there's a lot of ways that pooper scooper could be improved. 48 grams with the skates, not bad. I think without the skates, it would probably be like 47. Which would put it like, I don't know, I guess that's what a modified. If I were to get a Viper V4 Pro and swap skates, I guess that's also going to be like 47 grams. So maybe this is... I need to not get a Viper V4 Pro. They have such nice coatings though. Yeah, great mouse. The K7 is a very good product. Oh, and except for the Omron mechanicals. I don't even know which dongle these... Oh, this is L7 Ultra Plus, and K7 is gonna go here, I guess. I don't have a WMouse Beast X Mini. I probably should get one. 27 people watching. What are you guys doing? What else do you guys want me to talk about? All countries, they make food stuff too. Maybe that's only robo revenue. Okay, they do other stuff. Yeah, I would hope so. As far as I know, too, Whisker, they do not have. They're not like a multi. They're not owned by like a larger. A lot of these times, these companies with like one really good product will be bought by a larger umbrella brand. And as far as I know, Whisker is not a child company of some parent. But Whisker, they used to be called Auto Pets, which is also located near me, or it used to be. Ironically, I interviewed at a company. This is back in like January, and the company they were 3D printing drones for the U.S. military, and specifically a class of drone it's not like there's different classifications of drones, and this is not like the remote control DJI Phantom things. This is like these things fly at like hundreds, possibly a couple thousand feet of altitude. So they're like larger. They're not like big drones. They're not like Predator drones. They're like a step. Anyway, they were 3D printing these, which was pretty cool. The building that they were in used to be the Auto Pets building, which was Whisker before the name rebranding. And they still had a room in this 3D printer military place that they called the Cat Room, which is where they did all their testing of these drones, electronics. And they said they called it the Cat Room because when they got the lease for the place, there was a bunch of like cat paraphernalia in that room, and so they just called it the Cat Room ever since. Funny story. Yeah, when I was in the Whisker interview, I was like, oh yeah, Auto Pets. I was at the old building, and the kids, the people I'm interviewing with, it's a relatively new company, so they're all just like looking at me like, what? Because they all have like only 1 or 2 years of experience. Yeah. Okay, so L7 Plus, let's do another M-Chassis. That way I don't have to mod it. This is the M-Chos right here. This was the base, I think. These look like they line up. They do. So let's get a weight of this. I'm curious how light I got this. I did burn through a little bit on the back here. You can barely see just how thin it got. But it still feels structurally okay. So that's all that matters. Yes, feels good. All right. We had before L7 Plus, 7.18 grams. 5.36? Bro, it almost dropped 2 grams? Dude. This is such a good product. Oh my gosh. I have a teeny tiny little battery in it. I guess we can keep using that battery. I get pretty crap battery life. These are advertised as 125 milliamp hour, these teeny tiny ones. I think they're somewhere in my spreadsheet if you care. But I don't recommend them because I don't think they seem to last half as long as the 150 milliamp hours. So I think they're just lying about the battery capacity. You know, there's probably standardized testing methods for the capacity of a lithium-ion battery, like testing standards, so that when somebody claims something is 150 milliamp hours, it like truly is that. But I don't know, maybe China don't care. Uh-oh, are we missing a button? I have the power slider. I don't have the DPI button. I did actually lose the DPI button out on my deck. It probably fell into the abyss, dude. Is this the one that I lost it on? Was the M-Chos? It might have been. I don't know. All the DPI buttons look the same. They're just little pill-shaped things. Well, ooh, I goobered myself. Oh, I should probably check my phone that my wife hasn't needed me or anything. Yeah, so my wife and the baby and the in-laws are out in a nearby town doing some shopping. No text messages. Hell yeah. Whoa, 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 what? Dear man, I just got an email from Lethal Gaming Gear. Dear man Phalanges, you have made a new referral sale. What? Somebody used my referral code for an order of $187. So I got $8 in commission. Dude, that's nuts. Yeah, I don't know if you guys realize this. I don't really monetize Mousecast or anything. Sorry, that's a lie. I monetize Mousecast, the YouTube, but I don't like push referral. I don't like get money from referrals. I don't, because I don't do reviews. So that's like by far the most I've ever made a commission on something. Like I think the month of January for Amazon affiliates from all my tweets, I made like $40, but that was doing probably, I don't know, 20 or 30 tweets. Anyway, well, if whoever that is, if you're watching, thank you so much. Because my code actually for the sale doesn't give a discount. The Memorial Day sale that's going on. What's the code? Code is Mousecast. Check my Twitter because I can show you guys what I bought from today's sale. Do we actually want to do that real quick? Do people want? I'm not even to show my code. Like I don't even care. Use Daz's code. But are you guys interested in the Lethal Gaming Gear sale? If you ever get a code for Zert Gaming Mods or G-Wolves, I'd use it. Oh, that's cool. Thanks, Atif. I want to know. I asked myself today. You should add modding stuff codes into the vids. Yeah, I probably should. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I really should. You guys are too nice. I just don't because I don't bother. But here, let me go to. Let's check out my Twitter, which is popping off today thanks to. Oh, ATK. Do we have info on this? And the X1 Air launching soon. And that's it. Okay, no info. So I have this one post that's popping up on Game Gear Ergo. Yeah, look at this. 65 saves, 57 retweets. Yeah. Thank you, the guy who posted this to our Discord. That was Rapso, ESPer. I want to go to my notifications. I want to show you guys what I ordered today. Top tier interaction here. Oh, this was okay. I said sorry, Lethal Gaming, for ordering 30 Tiger Ice V2 skates. Let me know if you don't have stock. So here's my order, guys. I'm such a cheapskate. I got this Pulsar the Finals pad for $15 because I've been playing the finals. I'm a sucker. This Soku Pingu pad that is $5. Look at this. It's $5. It's 480 by 400, but I was like, $5, I'm doing it. I'm getting lethal cables because I actually do have a couple wired mice. So I'm getting 2, and they're only 99 cents a piece. Like, they're losing money on these probably. Their cost was probably more than that if I had to guess because their MSRP is $10. I'm getting 4 of those. I'm getting, look at this, 6 of their core pads grips for 99 cents each. Zippy switches were 99 cents for a 2-pack. Another lethal cable, 99 cents each. And then here's the Esports Tiger skates because these look really nice. And I was like, I'm just going to YOLO it. If I don't, I'm going to regret it. So I bought 30 of them at 99 cents each. I used my own code and I didn't even mean to. I had code Daz input and I was about to check out and I was like, wait a second, do I have a code? And I just checked Mousecast and I was like, oh, the Mousecast code worked. And then my son was crying and I was trying to feed him and I was like, okay, I'm just going to check. I'm not even kidding. I meant to use code Daz. Anyway, 51 items for $68. Lethal Gaming replies and says, thank you so much for the insane order. We should have those in stock. And I said, why are you thanking me? It was 51 items for $68. Are you even making money? I'm glad that people like that. You will accept our thanks and you will like it. I didn't see this. Maybe we are playing the long game. Maybe we have something in the near future. We'll make full use of those skates soon. Oh, that's cool. Is this confirmed then that the Crazy Light X LA1 is going to be the same skates? That's pretty based if that's true. Yeah, here's the sale if you guys care. Some highlights. Ref Mousecast. Yeah, I did use my affiliate link here. So we go here, and then Ghost is meh. Keyboards are meh. I don't really care. I think the RS6 is pretty good, but I don't know. This is a good one here. Dragonfly A9 Plus for $30. This is the 3395 version. I'm gonna base sand mine. I have one right here. And is this the plus? Oh, mine's the pro. Son of a gun. Well, whatever. It's a good coating. It's a good. I like this. I'm not selling it. I like this one. That's a good one. X1 V2 for $60 ain't bad. Quan for, wait, stainless magnet. Why do they call it stainless? For 124, Quan is good. I don't know. $90 for a Zywu, sure. Just bought the Susanto X before the sale. Yeah, LA1 incoming. Yeah. So they do have some pads for $15. They're $490 by $420. I don't think the X board is that good. I don't think it's Hall Effect or it's cheap plastic or something. HTM Plus for 120 is decent. 10 Air for $70 is pretty solid. RCC1 is in stock? Huh. I thought that was like all sold out. And then they just have a ton of cheap stuff for like, they have a ton of, the Laonda Molten Edge pads are all $50, which is solid. Like that's a good pad for $50, don't get me wrong. I don't think, none of the surfaces blow me away. The Blitz and the Pels are probably my favorite. I do not have a Pels. I was tempted to get one, but it increased shipping by like $8. So like after shipping and tax, it was like $60. And I was like, meh, I'll just wait for one on Mouse Market. That price. FindMax Noah, if you guys want one, I'm selling mine. I don't want mine. $60 for a Wisel OGM Cloud XS. This is an amazing mouse. I really think it's one of the best Raisha implementations. I love this mouse. It's a little bit too small for me, but if you have small hands, this is such a good product. Like legitimately a good product. Excellent build quality, excellent buttons, excellent states. Have you tried the Neptune Pro? No, I have not. The Neptune Pro is for sale on here too. Neptune. The Neptune Pro is $30 and the Neptune is $20. And there is actually like a surface difference if I recall. Yeah, XL Square is $30. It's pretty solid. And for the non-Pro, $20. I almost bought this one too. The thing is, they're a different surface. It's not like, usually the Pro is just like a base difference, but the Neptune Pro actually has like a better surface. I remember using a basic Neptune at Daz's and being like, this is not, they call this their like speediest pad. It doesn't seem the speediest. Those skates look like those Lamsey ones on the OGM. Yeah, Wisel skates are like really solid. They're good. And they come with dot skates in the box too, which are not Kibu skates. I confirmed with Schwamper. We did some close-up investigating. Anyway, follow me on Twitter. You're allowed to use your own code. Yeah, I actually don't know. Like I'm actually a little bit. I'm glad that I don't know. I actually panicked a little bit after I did this, being like, am I gonna like get removed from the program or something? Because I was literally just testing to see if it would even work. I don't want the affiliate. I don't need to circle jerk myself with affiliate revenue. I'm fine. Let's go back to modding. Reassembling Rattler. This ain't no mod on stream. Big old lie.
Roger, 0J, and I feel fine. Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
So yeah, I don't know. Are you guys interested in anything from the Lethal sale? They have a ton of stuff for 99 cents, mainly cables and I don't know, maybe Lethal cables aren't that good. Yeah. And their JST 2.0, which is what cables used to be, like all cables used to be JST 2.0, but I took apart my Endgame Gear XM2 8K the other day, and that is not using a JST 2.0 connector. It's using, they look a little bit closer together. It's still like a 5-wire design though, because that's the USB spec with a shield. But I got those cables because I'm gonna solder the Endgame Gear connector onto them and then use them in my wired Endgame Gear mice. I don't know why I got so many of those damn cables. That actually was pretty stupid. I don't know, maybe that's just like the hoarder in me. I have a problem, guys. Have you tried Neptune Pro skates? I've been using the normal Neptune for a while. Consider upgrading to the Pro. Yeah, the thing is, it's not just like a base upgrade is not worth, I don't know, maybe $10 it's worth it. But like originally, I think the price difference was like $20. And to me, that's not worth it. No way. Like one trick that nobody knows about if you have a problem with the base slipping around on your desk, just put something else down on your desk. Get like a cheap $20 desk pad from Amazon. Don't use it. Put it on your desk and then put the mouse pad over it. And your mouse pad with your crappy base will stick to the mouse pad fabric even better than it'll stick to your desk. Is this gonna fit like this? Yeah, we'll go like that. Yeah, sure. Sure. double layer tech. Is it? I know nothing about the Pro Series, if I'm being honest. ATK Sky on a QCK Heavy. Yeah, there you go. Exactly that. Yeah. It's missing the... It looks so jank without that and the sanded base. Oh well. That is a very light mouse, and those Armon Opticals feel so good, even without screws in it. The clips in this hold this in well enough where I think you could use this without screws if you really wanted to min-max the weight. Double-sided tape with a plastic pad on a glass table. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. I guess I've just never been one who has been like... For me, the base material, the firmness matters for me, but like the stickiness level of it doesn't really matter. Don't get me wrong, it matters, but not like enough to differentiate a pad from being $30 versus $50, which is I think what the like Neptune Pro versus non-Pro we're going for. Do I have any thoughts on the endgame gear? This is myself asking this. The endgame gear EL1 4K or whatever. The picture looked kind of AI generated. I don't think it is. But bro, if I was like in a marketing department for like a mouse brand, you bet your ass I would use AI to come up with like mouse renderings, and then I would leak them and then gauge with what that community sentiment would be. I so would do that. So like maybe that's a play, but I don't think Endgame Gear is doing that because I think... Am I saying too much? Yeah, I don't think I can say anything more. But the shape looks like, it kind of gives me original SteelSeries Rival vibes. Like the jumbo-ass SteelSeries Rival, really big boy. Oh, I should have weighed this without skates. I actually am curious. Without skates, this is going to be pretty nuts. Oh, I went to use the other end of this and it's just gone. Alright, without skates, bro, this is definitely below 40 grams. I'm gonna say 38.7. 36.4, dude. Yeah, a little bit of side flex, because like when you press on the sides, the base kind of bows outward a little bit. But it's like it's not at all an unusable level, or a level that makes me no longer confident in the mouse. And I'm going to use these large pad skates on it, largely to just cover the holes so the crap doesn't get in it. Though I guess crap will get into the hole with the DPI button. That's a bummer that, like, out of all the mice I base sanded, one of my favorite ones is the one that I lost the... Because again, I had like a bin outside of all the mice that I was base sanding, and there was a DPI button in it, and I think washed it out. So now that is under my deck somewhere, and definitely will not be getting recovered. It's gone. You have the deets under NDA. I do not have anything. It's simply that I got some... It's not anything interesting, you guys. It's just that I got information from somebody, and I just want to be respectful. It's really not. I guess all I'll say is that the picture of what was leaked is not a total surprise to me.
Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the Orbital Discovery.
I mean, it kind of makes sense that, like, I don't know. Endgame Gear has two really popular symmetrical mouse shapes. It kind of makes sense that they would throw their hat in the ergo ring, you know? Alright, so this is still with large pad skates. This is still going to be under 40 grams. Yeah, 38.38. Damn, bro. It's a hell of a mouse. Especially for like 40 bucks. Damn. People need to get on Mchose's level. Okay. What are we doing next? Like, if I could be done right now, I think I would be, and I want to go play some of the finals. But no, we must go on. Let's see, what is this here? This is Ajaz. Oh, I can say in the Whisker job interview that I did this week, I did actually take 2 mice with me. So the phone interview I did, homie said, bring in like examples of electromechanical projects that you've done before, which I haven't done a ton professionally. I've done them more in a hobbyist or in level or in school. And I was like, man, I don't know. I don't really have anything. I'm not taking this interview too seriously because I have... Wait, am I missing... Where's the power button slider? Oh, here it is. I was like, I'm probably not going to get this job anyway. I'm not going to take it too seriously. I brought 2 mice with me. And I'm glad I did. The 2 mice I brought with me were the PMM Zen 8K, right? The PMM Viper V3 shape, SLS printed. And the other mouse I brought with me was the Orbital Pathfinder. And I brought them because as examples of injection molding, because you can see with all the components to the Orbital Pathfinder, you can take them apart and you can see the seam lines, you can see the parting lines in the mold, you can see witness marks from the ejector pins. So I was like, sure, I'll be able to talk about that a little bit. And then the PMM Zen, because it's like, it looks kind of crazy to normies and it's 3D printed. And I'm glad I did. Unfortunately, this is wild, you guys. I go to leave the okay, so while I was waiting for the interview to start, they allow pets in the office, which is really cool. And this kitten came up to me and was like rubbing on me, and so I tore a piece off of my resume and started using that as like a paper string to play with the cat. And so she was in a playful mood. She ended up finding the PMM Zen dongle, which is the Viper dongle, and like swatted it across the room. And I was like, oh shoot, okay. And so I like grabbed it real quick, and then the interviewer guy came in. We did the interview. Fast forward a couple hours, I finished the interview. I go to leave. I gather all my stuff. They're walking me out. I walk out the door. I'm like, she swatted the dongle. I don't think I have the dongle with me. So I run back. The doors are locked. An employee comes up. I like follow the employee behind and be like, hey, how's it going? He lets me into the next room with his key card. And then I get into the meeting room. The meeting room doors are locked. And this like asexual looking girl, person, whatever, is like, try the other door. And I'm like, okay. And I thought it was like a done deal. And I was like, damn, if I want my dongle back, I'm going to have to get a job here. And turns out, nope. So then it was just sitting there like at the far end of the table. I grabbed it, said thank you to the person. And yes. Got my dongle back. Don't have to get a job to get my PMM dongle back. It would have sucked because I would have had to get a spare Viper V3, which the dongles are not cheap. They're like $40, right? And yeah, I have a bad memory sometimes, so I'm glad that I remembered that one thing. Let's see, anything else interesting I can talk about? I don't know. Naturally, I always lose where a screw goes. What is this? Was this the Mcho screw that I couldn't find earlier? That might be. Well, that's done though. It's not inside of here. Well, maybe we just use it without. How light is this mouse now? I actually do really like this Ajaz shape. I wish it was bigger. But this is kind of like a Lamzo Atlantis mini shape. 47 grams. Armon Opticals don't feel terrible in it. They're like kind of clicky, kind of loud. Yeah, you definitely have to mod this to make it half decent. Oh, here's the screen. There we go. Expecting the cat swallowed the dongo or something. So I guess it was a pretty lame story. Cat's name was Cleo. She was. Oh, if you guys, I think, did I tweet it? No, it's in Discord though, under pet pigs. That's the said cat. Yeah, they had dogs in the basement too. It was funny. Not everyone you could tell were pet people. In particular, out of the like 5 or 6 people I interviewed with, all of them except for one seemed a little bit awkward around the animals. Like when they were walking me around the place, they'd be like, get. And I'm just like, I want to pet all of them. One of the dogs, I gave him butt scratches and he loved me forever. And I need to put skates on this. And started following me around, which was adorable. And apparently that was one of the guys I interviewed with. That was his dog, but we didn't know until later. I'll do like my usual setup here, which will be, I do a capsule at the front. I really don't know. I'm just trying to be consistent, so I like consume all the skate shapes at the same rate. I really don't know what I'm doing here. We'll do a couple smaller dots on this, huh? K7V2 uses 54L15, says CD. Work there, but not as animals would be rough. Rough! Nice, Mike. Yeah, in the job application, they even asked if you have a pet, which I thought was cute. I ended up linking them. I don't know if you guys know this, I have some privated videos of playing Frisbee with Nova on my YouTube channel. At least I think they're private, and maybe they're public. They're in the winter time. I'm just shaving off some of the plastic here. There's like some plastic fuzzies from sanding. Just doing a little bit of a trim here. Done. Cool. Let's see, where else should I put some dot skates? Should I do like... Yeah, I'll do that. Sure. So we'll do... Classic trope not being into the thing the company caters to. Yeah. I'm like not that way. It's a requirement for me to be a believer in what the company's product is. That's one of the reasons I'm like not super loving my job right now. But I actually do have a job offer. I actually had 2 job offers on the table. So I have one currently active and one that I declined. I guess I could talk about them a little bit. The one job, the one that I declined, should I avoid saying who it is? Probably, at least at this point. They were a company that they produced medical sharps containers, and they would also lease them to hospitals, and then that waste has to come back and they have to clean the bins. So the job was going to be, currently cleaning up these bins is rather manual. It's like people taking them off of a truck, manually loading them into an autoclave. An autoclave is just like a steam oven conveyor belt looking thing, and it sanitizes them. They have to dump the waste out, they put it into the autoclave, and then once it's out of the autoclave, which is just like, think of like a dishwasher, but on a conveyor belt. And then they go and they put the cleaned bins and give them back to the hospitals or whatever. So it was going to be a bunch of automation at this job. Basically, a lot of the stuff is being done manually. I couldn't believe one of the things I saw when I was at their facility was they have a robotic cell there right now. So they have a industrial robot moving these containers around currently. And this site is a pilot site. So they have like 22 sites across North America. And this job was going to be fixing the automation cell that's at this site until it becomes a nice functional standard, and then it's going to be copy-paste that to 22 other facilities. It actually would have been a pretty cool job. Like, it felt very kind of college group project-y. A really small team of just myself and probably 3 other individuals, and we would totally be the subject matter experts on this automation system, and then going around and installing it at other plants across the US. I think that would be kind of fun. But why did I reject it? The compensation wasn't the best. Like, it was like an on par situation with what I currently have. But it was I thought it was a more interesting job, so I probably would have taken it, but I declined it because I got a better offer from a place on Thursday. And I told them that I would let them know. Let's see, which mouse do we want to do next? What is this here? Oh, Attack Shark R6. Yeah, let's do this guy. Nothing to mod here. And this guy's probably real nice and lightweight. What did we have originally on the R6? We had 7.14 grams. Now we're at 6.51. So we only went down like 0.6 grams. Did I burn through? Oh, I could have gone more. Yeah, look at the skate ring. I definitely could have gone more. The skate ring still has quite a lip to it. Whoops. Oh, that's what we got. Oh, let's see. So what else about that job? Then I had... Let's see. Should I not talk about the places that I'm like currently interviewing at? I don't think I will. I think I'll just say... One is a management position. Is this the Attack Shark? Yeah, this is the Attack Shark. One is a management position that I'm hoping to get an offer from, and another one is an applied materials company, which is just like they have some fancy polymers and adhesives and stuff, and they make really cool products with it. What else? Was there any place weird that I interviewed at? I did tour an Amazon facility. I think I talked about that on Mousecast already, though. And that wasn't so much for work. I did actually apply to 2 or so Amazon robotics jobs. So it would have been doing like work, like what I saw, but new automation systems, new robotic systems that are like more efficient and whatnot. Oh, 23 viewers. Is this actually interesting content? You guys probably would rather I talk about mice, but nobody's chatting. Are all these jobs in your city? That's cool. It's a lot of industry. Various cities around. I mean, here in the US, maybe this is a cultural difference. We drive for work. I saw a statistic that I don't know if it's true, but crazy if it is. It said the average American commute is like 30 minutes or 30 miles, something like that. I think that might be a little high. I think you have a lot of people who do a lot of driving for their jobs, swaying the average. I try to, like, if I'm looking at job postings, I try not to do, like, I used to have one place that I commuted to that was like 45 minutes on average. Some days it was like 40 minutes. Other days, I had some days with bad traffic and construction that were like an hour and a half, but that one kind of sucked. But I did really like that job. I should take these grips off of this too. I think these grips are rather heavy. This is something I got from Mouse Market, and these are really thick grips. They're like rubber too, so they're probably heavy. But let's see, the medical waste company, that job was actually far, but then it was going to be a hybrid role. And I'm like too extroverted, I think, to really make hybrid work. I don't know, man. I would have been down for it. I would have been down to try it, but like 3 grams and 2 grams in grips. Yeah. Oh, I got these ones too on the buttons. I think I'll take these 2 off. Yeah, white grip tape, guys, is just a terrible idea. Very interesting indeed. What kind of lubricant are you using? I am just using silicone lubricant. It's called Super Lube. If you just go on Google and search Super Lube, it's like a silver container with a rainbowish logo. You want to use silicone-based lubricants on plastic because petroleum-based will sometimes degrade plastics. So, for example, petroleum jelly, Vaseline, is a petroleum-based lubricant. Especially rubbers, like they can degrade rubbers like a scroll wheel or, I don't know. This Attack Shark grip tape, the adhesive action is actually really nice. It's like this nice satin. It's very sticky, but actually feels kind of premium. Weird. I'm gonna save it just in case I want to reapply it. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything interesting I can talk about. Like, I could talk for days about it. Like, for example, after Mousecast, Daz and I chatted about job stuff because he asked me how it was going. We chatted for like 45 minutes, and that's not the only time we've chatted. I don't know, man. You know, our jobs, I'm a rather career-focused person, so maybe I talk too much about it. But at the same time, it's like, I know it's not what you guys are here for, so like, that's fine. But our jobs, we spend so much time at work and with coworkers. I cannot have a job that is just a job. I cannot. It doesn't work for me. I get stressy depressy if I'm doing something that doesn't feel like I'm contributing to something bigger than myself. So this is like really nice. It's like very squishy, foamy. You can tell there used to be like a snowflake pattern to it, but it's been worn down. I did not put this much wear on the grip tape. I bought this used. But the Attack Shark white coating is actually decent. Yeah, it's actually decent. I gotta think about some of the other places I interviewed at to try to entertain you guys, or we can just talk about mice too. Let's see. The Amazon recruiters who I've talked to are all like incredibly to the point, which I really liked, like overly honest. It was really actually refreshing. They tell you the compensation like right up front. They tell you the work. They get so many applicants. I think they're just really quick to cut through any sort of bullshit and just fill the position, which I actually really, really liked. He wrote the F word and it didn't get sensors and boards chat. You mentioned working at Ford before. No, I do not. I am in the automotive industry, and Ford is actually a major customer of the company that I'm at. Like, Ford plants I've been to, but I don't actually work at Ford. I have friends who do. I think if you guys are watching the stream, you know that I'm in the Michigan, Metro Detroit area. So over here, the automotive industry is kind of everything, at least for mechanical engineering and a lot of engineering in general. So even if you don't work at the big three, which is GM, Ford, and Chrysler, Stellantis, you probably work at a supplier, a place that makes parts for those places. Because then again, just like a mouse, Attack Shark doesn't make switches. Attack Shark doesn't make sensors. Attack Shark doesn't make MCUs. They probably don't even make the PCB. Maybe they do design work. But that's how like Ford and Chrysler and all these car companies are. They don't make the wheels or tires. Continental does. They don't make the door handles. A supplier does. The plastic injection molding supplier. They don't make they will make certain parts. So like I know I've been to like sometimes Honda, for example, they do their own engines. They make their own engines. But like Ford, I was at a Ford transmission plant. American Axle is a supplier of theirs. American Axle is anyway. Ford plants I've been to. I've spent a good amount of time at Ford Avon Lake. That is where they make like large trucks. It's in Avon Lake, Ohio. I spent a good amount of time at Ford Oakville Assembly. Ford Oakville is in Canada, Oakville, Canada. It's actually, I believe, Tekusai and Basil from Lock-On live near there. And if I ever went back there for work, I'd probably see if they're available to meet up. I've been to Ford Louisiana Assembly. I've been to Ford Kentucky Truck, which is, they also make big trucks there, and like the Expedition, the Ford Expedition, big old SUV. This is all just for work supporting the paint shop. Why is this not going down? Cross-country job would be cool. Yeah, I know. That was so a common question. Yeah, why is this not going down, bitch? Oh, there we go. A common question in job interviews or like in job descriptions is, this role is 15% travel. Is that okay? Maybe this is because I'm in the mechanical engineering world, right? We are, if you design, oh, is that the wrong screw size? No, maybe. We design stuff that is like actually built. So generally the process goes, you have a customer with an issue, you can build equipment that fixes the issue or makes them run faster or higher quality or whatever. Here's an example. I did work for Honda Power Equipment in South or North Carolina, where they make side-by-sides. Side-by-sides are like ATVs. Am I missing a screw here? Wait, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Huh. This seems like an oddball screw size. They make these side-by-sides. These side-by-sides are like off-road vehicles, for like ATVs. And they have a new product where they have these solid doors. These are usually like a half door and then it's totally open windows, or they'll be like mesh. Well, instead, they are actually selling an option that is solid doors. Solid doors with a crank window that you can actually roll. These side-by-sides, you can spec them up to like $40,000. I think I do want to switch batteries too. This one might be a little hefty. Well, for these doors that are like solid, they needed to waterproofness test them. So I built this enclosure, designed this enclosure where the assembly line workers, as part of their assembly line, they need to ingress protection check or IP rating, just like how your phone has an IP rating, where jets of water at a certain spray pressure and flow rate have to hit all the nooks and crannies, and they have to check for an acceptable leakage rate or no leakage at all. And so they would take, every 15th vehicle or something, and they would take it through this water checker, this water testing machine. And they drive into it, the doors close behind them, high pressure nozzles spray at all sides, and then after a certain amount of time, doors go up and they drive it out. And so as a mechanical engineer, right, you design that, you work with the build of it, and you might even work with what's called commissioning, which is actually going to South Carolina to the plant to assist with the installation or the startup, or making debugging it to make sure it all works. So because of that, it's not like a software developer role. Because what we develop is like a physical, it has to be physically built. So eventually there has to be somebody hands-on to like assemble it and test it and make it work. I'm just gonna, I actually will melt these down. Sorry, I have no idea if that's interesting to you guys or not, but I should check if this is a tack check. I should check that the pinout's actually right. For some reason, I always want to check before I fully reassemble the mouse. TacShark R6 is a forgotten release, dude. These are pretty affordable, and it's basically a Sora Mini. So if you have really small hands, this is definitely worth trying out. Omron Opticals, very low weight. I think the only weakness of the mouse, I would say, is the skates are like just basic PTFE. Good. Battery works. But I don't think that's a bad thing. And they're so cheap. You can get them on like eBay and Mouse Market all day long for like $30. I'm melting down this sensor. Little hold down thingamabobs. Just so I can stick the battery on here a little bit better. I don't know, you guys, what else do you guys want to talk about? You guys want to switch back to talking about mice? Let's see. I wonder if the Final Mouse, that would be pretty cool if the Final Mouse announcement was an Ergo. If they're doing a different shape, that actually might be interesting. I don't know. I'm not going to have any expectations for it. I did see Rise and Shine Gaming was in here, and he was saying something about it, and I think, I don't know if I read his response, but I asked if he was actually excited for it. Oh yeah, because he said that he was like looking forward to it or something. And to me, I'm like, I don't care at all about Final Mouse releases. I remember I did the Starlight 12. I actually did try to. I I'm really glad I got one. A buddy of mine too got one also. But yeah, that was pretty nuts. I think that was like the peak of Final Mouse's innovation, the Starlight. And Magnesium build quality actually was pretty solid. It had like stiff clicks, but okay, I think that looks good. Yeah, that should be good. Oh. The base is like really creaky on mine now. Let me screw it down and see if that improves things. Do any of you guys have the finals? Anyone want to play some finals? I need to check in with my family too and see how they're doing at some point. I've made really good progress here though. I'm happy about that. I do have some things on my desk remaining that I would like to mod. So, upside down in yellow to my right is the Rapoo VT3S. I want to solder in some different switches. I have different switches in it right now, and they feel too bad. Not enough rebound. Oh, right. Oh, I am out. Wait, did I not see this message? Crash out on games. Have a blessed day, everyone. Well, thank you. You too, Rise and Shine. Alright, is it creaking? Oh, it does creak a little bit. I have to press pretty hard, but yeah. Harman Opticals feel good in it. Oh, I probably should have changed the encoder. This is a really nice... Yeah, I probably... Okay, I need to check the encoder height, actually. Let me take this apart real quick. Yeah, so I want to mod the VT3S. I want to mod the Rapoo VT0 that I got from Daz. Just do a battery swap. I think I'm going to actually keep the Omron mechanicals that are in it. These Rapoo, the implementation, you can tell it's just very, the shell design or whatever, how they mounted the clicks. It is designed for Omron mechanicals. They don't feel amazing. They don't have enough travel. But other switches just don't feel great in it. I thought I just heard a message, but didn't see anything. Attack Shark, 9mm. Okay, this is coming out. This is coming out. Alright. I spent all this time yapping. And what I need to do is desolder an encoder. Attack Shark, for whatever reason, does really low tactility to their scroll wheels. Not a fan of that. They make them feel really smooth. I don't know. Is there anyone out there who likes that? I think it's irritating. Can't tell how many scrolls you've done. Alright. Label this one. This was R6 5.2 grams. Oh, one comment probably got yeeted because offensive. Damn. Do I bother you that much? Hello, Doug. Oh, I got another referral order? You guys don't have to. You guys can use code DAZ. I got 2 more? Oh, thank you guys, dude. One guy ordered 20 bucks worth of stuff. Commission was 70 cents for me. Hell yeah. Very nice. Oh, 2 orders for $20 worth of stuff for 70 cents commission. Nice. I don't even know how to get my money off of those platforms. It's too bad that, like, it'd be pretty cool to just, like, do a giveaway with the referral order money. I guess maybe I could do that just to pay for shipping of something. But it's a shame just how expensive shipping and everything is these days. Internationally in particular. I guess on one hand, I want to be like, it's a miracle that you can ship something to another part of the world for like the same cost as a lunch. Expensive lunch, but still. Like, it is kind of, you know, I'll complain about USPS shipping prices or whatever domestically in the US, but then it's like, I had an order for something in a town about an hour north of me, and it would have been more money in fuel for me to drive the package to the person than it would be to give it to USPS. So maybe that's just a testament of how efficient logistics actually is of these shipping services. It's literally cheaper than if you were to do it yourself. Because remember, they have the same fuel expenses. It's just that they're able to do it at a scale. Why did these no come out? The way Neon Thunder does it is ungodly. Yeah, how exactly does he do it? I didn't think there was anything much special about it. I thought it was just like he works with a freight forwarding company. My wife sold something on eBay and the person was asking something that sketched her out. What was it? Oh, they said something about like, what was it? I don't know. But it was going to, I think it was just going to a place that was a business address. I forget what it was. I can't remember. Whatever. Point is, freight forwarding companies. Yes, a lot of stuff. Why is this not coming out? A lot of stuff, particularly on eBay, goes to freight forwarders. Probably like a quarter of my orders go to freight forwarders. I remember I had a phase where I was refurbishing a lot of Logitech stuff, and like all of it was being bought up by this same dude who just like followed me on eBay whenever I posted something new. And I think he was a freight forwarder for Russia or some region where Logitech stuff is banned. It's dirt cheap. Might send in weight $5 USD from India to USA. That's crazy, dude. What? I'm always surprised that he has posts to Mouse Market. And like his prices are actually competitive. You know, I don't think they're knock your socks off deals, at least most of the time. Maybe sometimes they are. But he can actually be price competitive when having to ship from India to the USA. Does not compute for me. I don't know how to get these out. Grip it from this side. So I wonder if my family's going to be home for dinner. Do I need to be getting started on dinner? I haven't used my little air duster thing yet. Oh, do you guys have any conversation topics for me? I guess it's kind of my job, isn't it, to find something to talk about? Oh, I'm such a sucker, dude. So one of the reasons why I bought the finals pad, I mean, I bought it because it's the finals, but it comes with an in-game item, a skin for the frag grenade. I have never bought, like, a physical item for the in-game perk. I have no desire to. But yeah, I do actually plan on using the pad. It's just a bummer that it's 490 by 420. messed that up. Whoops. Stream finals? I guess I could. I guess I could. You guys really want that though? I don't think I'm as good at games as what you guys might think. Y'all have seen my Battlefield gameplay, right? And the finals is a much, yeah, I'm way better at Battlefield than I'll ever be at the finals, so. I don't know, chat. I don't think it's good content. I suppose I should at some point. I think the only reason why I'm even considering saying yes to it is because the people we play with, Schwamper, Ben, Easy, they're all really fun dudes who don't take it seriously and are also all into mice, so we could just like chit chat about mice as we played, which I think is what you guys want. It's tough because I want to like get better at the finals. It's a pretty high skill ceiling game, but I don't have this sounds really stupid, but one of the best ways to get better at a video game is by watching like competitive or high level play, right? Because then if you kind of emulate some of those strategies, it kind of changes your perspective and how you think. I played a game called Combat Arms. It was a free-to-play FPS for like a year in middle school. And then I remember stopping playing it. And then I watched a YouTuber called Backstar who wasn't like a pro player or anything, but he had like a 2.7 KD. He was like a really solid player. And just watching how he would engage with enemies, instead of like, you know, I was this kid, I would just grab a gun and then run at the enemy. And I had like a 1.1 KD. And watching him, how it was like, no, you use the map to your advantage. You take high ground. You play more strategically. You know, it just totally changed I was like, oh, yeah, I don't think I was like doing anything wrong, but now I realize if I actually want to stay alive, I was doing things wrong. So watching pro gameplay can definitely have you get better at a game, but I don't even want to, because I don't even want to get into the game. Man. Out of all the jobs I'm interviewing for, the management one is the one that I want the most. Not even for pay reasons, but just to be like, you know, have a stronger sense of belonging and impact to a team. And the company's pretty cool and stuff too, so there's that. But if I take that job, guys, I ain't gonna be gaming or mouse casting like I used to. It's gonna be longer hours. Games like these, instead of being, you know, I used to be able to do these before Baby. I was able to do these streams like 4 times a week. Now with Baby, I can maybe do them once a week. Maybe. Boo Ghost, I'd watch some finals. All Gear, no idea. You play any Overwatch? I played a little bit of Overwatch back in the day, but not so much. It's a little bit too... the finals is definitely better, in my opinion, for how I play. Where am I solder? Overwatch, it's fun how mechanically intensive it is. I don't like how hero... This might sound bad. I don't like how team-based... I think it's... Is it possible for a game to be too team-based? That's how I feel about Overwatch. I don't love that, but we'll stick with that. Okay. Sure, that ought to do it. So this was a 9mm, right? 9S, yes sir. Easy peasy swap with an Alps. Others can veto, and your audience already has some familiarity with them. With live streams, that is? Yeah, I guess I could stream some of the finals. The other thing is, I was also having performance issues with my computer, and I think I resolved those yesterday. It was a combination of things. One, RTX had enabled itself. I never play with RTX, but that was hitting my FPS by like 60. And then, wait, I don't have to bin these like that. What am I doing? And then I had this option enabled called like some GPU idle power saver mode that apparently the game was just like in all the time. So instead of getting like, I don't know, I probably get around 200 FPS in the game. Instead, I was just getting like 100, but it was like really stuttery and really teary. So I don't think I was actually even, it didn't feel like 100 FPS is playable. For a competitive shooter, it's not ideal, but it's definitely playable. I think that's the one I want right there. Yeah, okay. I'll think about it. If maybe if I can play with Schwamper tonight, that'd be pretty cool. We'll see. I hope that I really do want to check on the family and see how they're doing. Something weird about having a baby is stuff. Okay, do you guys remember when you're in school and like you got to go buy clothes every year, right? Because you're growing. That's like normal. And then but it kind of slows down, right? Your growth slows down. You don't buy as much new stuff. You know, you go off to college or you get a job, and you're definitely not buying new stuff unless, you know, something rips or, oh, I forgot I'm on the wide angle camera. I gotta be careful. Every once in a while, I like step back to like fix my shirt or something. But now I can't do that. And with a kid though, with like a baby in particular, they grow so much. Everything is temporary. Everything. And I'm like a really frugal person, so that's like one thing that like my wife is taking the baby to these stores today probably, and she's probably gonna come home with clothes and stuff, and I'm just there like, bro, baby doesn't even know what he's wearing. I'm fine with just like, I don't know. Lauren's actually gotten, she's pretty good with money now and not, I definitely trust her, but yeah, just with a baby, it just, because everything is so temporary, it feels so like, yeah, I'm just throwing money away because they're going to wear this for literally 1 or 2 months. But I'm not going to lie, baby clothing definitely has gotten to me more than I thought it would. Like, it's just, there's something funny about like a small, disproportionate human wearing like full-ass adult clothing. That's just really funny. You know, he's always in these onesies, and these onesies have like a zipper all the way down from toe to neck so that you can change them without taking off their clothes. And today I put him in like a shirt and pants because he was going out, and it's just so funny seeing. And babies are so like, you don't realize it because they're so cute, but they're so disproportionate. Like my son, if you take his hands and have him like raise them as high as they go, his hands barely clear the top of his head. Like imagine if an adult human was built that way, where when you raised your hands, like your hands go past your head and that's it. Just because babies are like all torso, all head, and no arms and legs. Because they don't like evolutionarily, they don't need them, right? They need to develop their head because they're like intelligent, and they need to develop their tum-tum because they take a lot of friggin' calories and gotta build up that. He needs to be kitted with Polo Kids Ralph. Yeah, right, that kind of a thing. Man, one of the job offers that I have. So I have like 3 or 4 job offers, hopefully pending. I've only gotten 2 of the 4 so far. Actually, so far, I'm hoping to get the other 2 next week. But I have a spreadsheet of comparing all of them, and one of the metrics I have for comparing jobs, like where I want to work, is dress code. Because I actually hate wearing business casual. I do. I hate business casual. At my current job, I wear polos, and I think they look so frumpy, but it is the only way of... I hate tucked-in shirts. So I have one untucked shirt. Like, it's actually a shirt that you're not supposed to tuck in. It looks like a tuckable shirt, but it's cut shorter, and you're not supposed to tuck it in. And I actually wear that a lot. But I hate tucked-in shirts. Oh my gosh, just the restriction that it gives you in your shoulders and being able to move. I don't know, man. I have a desk job, but I've preferred roles that have been more hands-on. And when you are hands-on, having restricted movement is just stupid. Not to mention, like, being worried about getting clothes dirty. I don't know. My current job has a lab that I used to work in. I wouldn't say daily, but like 1 or 2 times a week, some weeks, and then other weeks every day. And it's a paint, it's automotive paint, so you get paint everywhere. Okay, I got paint on my shoes, I got paint on my face, I got paint on my hands. There we go. Oh, that feels so good, dude. Oh yeah, that scroll is much better. I'm glad I went with a really tactile one. I guess I should have tested it first, but oh well, YOLO. Let's put some ATK skates on it. Let's see, what are we going to do for the setup here? Let's use up a couple of small ones. I even got I got 2 small ones on this sheet. This is the first time I'm going through a sheet right here. Do a couple small ones up here. What do we want to do here? Sure, I'll do a couple more small ones. These small ones are always what I have left over, because I prefer bigger skates. I agree with Schwamper though on his episode. He said he doesn't use donuts because they just seem all scratchy. And that's been my experience too. I don't know why, dude. Agreed. How many skates did you try from his list? Not many, dude. Pretty much these ATKs are the only ones. I would love to get some of those Wise Owl skates. I'm just too stingy to actually spend $15 on skates. I know they're like a good value, but remember these ATK ones I got basically for like nothing. So I do want to try them though, because I do agree with him. I do really like smooth feeling skates. I do. I'd rather feel texture on my hand on the pad than texture from the skates. Maybe that's a weird take. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, well the Attack Shark is done. Oh, let's get a weight. Always got to get a weight. I'm going to guess... It's a little bit front heavy because of where I put the battery. 39.36. Close. 39.62. Alright, let's zoom back into the normal camera. You guys can see a little bit better. I don't know, the wide angle lens you guys actually might prefer, maybe? I feel like you just end up seeing my shirt half the time, but... Okay, let's send the family a quick little text here. And ask... By the way, if anyone cares, this scale, I have... On one of my live streams, I have an affiliate link to Amazon for it, but if any of you guys are interested, you can DM me for where I get this scale. I really like this scale because it shows up well on camera. When you guys don't see it, it's because I have this super ridiculous bright overhead light. But when I do block it, it shows up very well on camera. It doesn't have the stupid like blue backlighting. It has a dedicated power button, so you're not having to press and hold anything. It comes with these trays, so that's good for weighing parts that want to roll around, or just to protect the load cells. Yeah, you can do piece count, and I don't do any of that. It's a nice size for mice. Like, even mice that are larger than it, they overhang, but not in a way that affects the measurement. And, oh, the big thing, it's rechargeable. Yeah, so just the other day, the batteries died in it, and I was like, oh, dang, that sucks. I could have sworn I got this because it was rechargeable. It is. Unfortunately, it's micro USB, but yeah, it's rechargeable. And yeah, the batteries, I mean, you guys see how much I used it, and the batteries just died for the first time after like a year of use. So, all right, I'm going to send Lauren a quick text.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful.
Thought I heard doors being shut. I'm going to say, hey, how's it going? You guys eating dinner back here? Do I need to prep something? Tacos sound amazing. We haven't had tacos in too long. Too long, mate.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Should we do a quick Wordle break? I kind of feel like sitting down. My heels are hurting a little bit. We're going to do a quick Wordle break. Wordle break. How long have I been live? 3 hours? Hell yeah. Wordle. Here it is. Yeah, let's play some Wordle. Can't believe there's still like 14 people watching this crap, but thank you guys. Alright, Wordle, let's see. Who has played today? Daz, Albie, and my wife have all played today. Daz and Albie both got it in 3. Oof. I wish I could zoom in for you guys. I don't know if I can. Hard mode, dark mode, high contrast on keyboard. Mute daily reminders. Okay, well. I try to start with a different first word every day. Like, this is not a great word, but let's just try it. Let's try juice. J is a terrible letter, but 3, sure. Oh, C is in the right spot. That's nice. And there's a U in it. So, I don't know if this, and there's no E. So, could it be like couch is one possible word. There's a U and a C there. I don't really want to go immediately for that. That does feel like a wordly word because they do like doubling up on letters, like the double C's to throw you off. But part of me is, oh, I could do like the word touch is actually not a terrible guess. Did anyone get close? So one thing I'll do is like touch, couch. Where's Nova barking at? Hang on, I'm gonna check on the dog. Nova? You okay, doggy? Oh, is it because people are home? Hi. Hi, you got your ball. Yeah, I'm sorry, my voice is gonna go robot-y. Oh, okay. People are back home. Alright, we'll finish the Wordle here and then we'll take the stream down. So it could be touch. I think I'll try the word touch. So there's a, okay. Well, I got the U in the right spot, which is nice. And let's try, and then there's an H, but in the first two, there's no O. So it's probably consonant, because I don't know an AU word. So it's probably double consonant here, which makes me think this H goes here. So maybe you could do a CH, SH, PH. Fuck. SH, pouch? Yeah, pouch would have been a good word too. SHUC. I don't know what this word would be. They can't be, they don't do plurals or like past tense. I don't know what that could be. What would it end in? C, and then it ends in another thing that's not an H and not an E. Oh, this is a tricky one. I think I can probably get it in 3 though, which is good to at least be on par with Daz. Oh man, I don't know. Oh, dude, I don't know. H. Lauren did do it today. She got it in 4. She got the first 3 letters. Norris. Oh, sorry, I don't have all chat enabled. Oh, somebody, probably another message getting censored. I don't know if you're like banned from the channel or something, dude. I don't know if I have that many people banned from the channel. I'm pretty tolerant compared to like most other mods, probably. Yeah, it has to be HUC. Something and something's at the end. HUC. Could it start with a vowel? I don't know. Like H has to go either here or here, right? And there's no way that H can be in the very first section because that would mean I need a vowel here, unless it was like a Y. Yeah, I don't think so. H, because I don't know of any consonant that could go here. Friggin' native English speaker here can't even figure this out. H. Yuck. I'm just going through all the letters here. I don't know what it could be here. Oh, like, is shuck? Wait, shuck? Is that how shuck is spelled? Should I try that? They got the first letter pretty quickly. Yes, so Gravlock says shuck. Yes, shuck. I don't like that. That does feel like a wordly word. Shuck oysters, I know. Shuck. Shuck means to like you're like peeling away the outside of an organic thing to get to the thing on the inside you want, right? Like if you want to define shuck, it's like you're just yeah, okay, to shuck like a plant. Yeah, like shucking corn is what I think of. Outer protective layer of a plant like a husk of an ear of corn or a pea pod. Yeah, okay. hard shell of a bivalve like oyster or clam. All right, we'll try shuck. See if I can go back to this, and we'll try shuck. Enter. Dang it! It's gonna be chuck, isn't it? Oh, I did not get it in 3. Yeah, I don't think it would be fuck with a PH. It's gonna be chuck. I like my Chuck Norris. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. All right, well, I got it in. Damn. Well, there we go. Okay. Well, with that, I think that's going to be all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out. Y'all are too kind to watch this garbage content, but I appreciate you all. Okay. I'm going to go maybe cook some dinner for the family. We'll see. Bye, guys.